3?
We are live! Hello, everybody, and welcome to the fourth and final big video game stream for our OSP Spring Break week. I am Blue. I am joined by Red.
What's up?
Joined by Cyan.
Hello, hello.
And joined by Indigo.
Hello?
Red and Indigo are remote because social distancing is important, but we will nonetheless be playing some more Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, attempting to finish the Dragon Run.
Dragon Run!
I don't know why any of you guys doubted my ability to find dragons. I'm like really good at this video game, but we're gonna be going up out the map to go check out where these dragons are. Now that we found Impa in the last stream, we should be okay to actually go find them. So, first things first, we're raising money for Feeding America, or I guess maybe past tense, we have raised money for Feeding America because look at that tally in the corner. Oh my gosh. $30,000.
Oh wait, we didn't change the goal. Do you want me to change the goal?
Yeah, we can change the
we
goal.
have
The goal.
Do we have a goal?
Okay.
35?
Let's see if we can.
Uh-oh. I'm being attacked by rocks.
Yeah, why not? We'll set it to 35. 1 second.
But yeah, what we've been up to this week is trying to raise money for Feeding America, which is a charity that, if you've been on the stream before, you'll have heard me give this spiel before, tries to connect communities at risk and in need of food supplies with food and meals, because with kids staying home from school, sometimes 2 out of the 3 meals they rely on are now nowhere to be found, and with parents having to stay home from work, that can really eat into the wages that they need. So it's important to try to do our part to help those a little less fortunate than us in this time of very complicated need. So if you have any money that you can spare, $1 or $2 or 20 will go a long way to helping people get some meals. The way that Feeding America works is that they're a food bank, so they get excess food from supermarkets, from grocery stores and restaurants that wouldn't be able to use the food in time, so they can get stuff at a crazy low margin. So basically $1 can help provide 10 entire meals to people. So even if you can only give $1, it goes a long way.
Good to go with the new goal. So.
Okay,
Alright.
what's the new
New
goal?
goal, 35. Let's see how much we can do.
This our final of this batch of gaming streams.
Yes, and then we probably won't be streaming for a little bit because, oh man, it is tiring and eats into so much work time.
This is true. Then again, with quarantine stretching ahead of us, I mean,
You'll have some time.
who knows? Yeah, I feel like we're not exactly going to be starved for free time in the coming weeks or so.
The one thing I'm surprised I haven't seen more of is like, oh, are you quarantined? Sleep. This is the best opportunity for the entirety of planet Earth to catch up on sleep debt, and no one seems to really be talking about that. This is a momentous opportunity for all of us here.
Everyone who would be talking about it is asleep, so it works out.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, circular logic right there.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So thank you to everyone in the comments saying congratulations. For those of you who don't know, Blue proposed to me yesterday, and I said yes. So that's what everyone's shouting about in the comments. And we appreciate all your love.
It is very exciting. It was fun. I thought I was being all sneaky by giving Cyan a ring, and then she surprised me by having a ring for me, so I was the one who ended up being bad.
I win.
The funniest part was that when I was in the process of getting down and I need to be like, oh, Cyan, will you such and such, she's like, I see them, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what? And she points to our 2 friends who were there to take pictures, like, I see them, they're over there, hiding behind a tree, poorly. So I was like, fucking mid-sentence here, like, well, I don't know how to respond to that. But, is it a Korok? Yeah, it's a Korok.
Woo, Korok!
Give me your seeds, you son of a bitch.
Woo!
Awesome. Alright.
Phrasing.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing untoward about what I just said.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, so that was fun. And then Cyan was like, oh, I've got a little surprise for you. And then gave me a ring. I jumped like 2 feet in the air in shock.
Oh my god.
I should clarify, Blue knew that he was going to get a ring. He just didn't know that I had it.
Yeah.
Or that I would have it with me at this point, because mostly I had hid it in my purse so that he wouldn't find it, because why would he go in my purse? And then I brought that purse with me,
Brilliant.
so it worked out really nicely.
For those of you in the chat, how is our audio balance? Is the game too loud, too quiet?
Can hardly hear Blue and Cyan. Well, some people say they can't hear us, so we can turn us up a little bit.
Alright, let me do that.
That
Okay.
Main.
Let's
Hopefully that
see if
helps,
that's a
and if
little
it doesn't,
nicer.
Sorry, friends. Let us know.
I'll also just do a little bit of that, a little bit of that, and hopefully that's a little nicer. Let
We're all
us
saying
know.
audio is good.
Okay.
Well, then we change it. So.
Yeah. Huh. They
Hopefully
do say
audio
I'm
is
too
good.
loud, so I'm gonna lower my gain a little.
Okay.
Yes, I think I got that note as well.
It's good. Better. Good.
Yeah, I've lowered my gain.
I think we're okay.
All right.
Okay. Hold on. Just gonna double check that turn.
Rolling around.
Whoever in the chat just
Link.
asked, have we seen any dragons yet? Obviously, we haven't seen any dragons yet.
Give it like
Trust
2
me, you'd
hours
know.
Last
before
time
we
it
see
took
a
us
dragon.
2 hours to see a dragon.
Hopefully it will be easier this time since we actually know the dragons will spawn.
Yeah, exactly. We have the warm coat. We can cook some peppers. I fully know what
That's
I'm
true.
doing.
I do have
I'm
the
mastering
Zelda
this.
wiki open.
Oh, awesome. I won't need it
Pulling
because
a man in the
my
chair
skills are
here.
just inconceivably high, but just in case, Indigo, I will very much appreciate you keeping that wiki open. I can't wait to see the
Excellent.
the meme edit of this stream where it's just like Blue being, oh, I'm so great, and then hard cut to like me dying, and then Blue being like, oh, I'm so great, and then hard cut to dying.
That's pretty much just how it works.
If you look at the last Zelda stream we did, if you mouse over it, the preview is one of the times that I died,
It's
which
true.
is indicative.
I mean, you gotta, give people what they expect, you know? Tell them what they're coming in for.
Now, one of the things I want to do is try to find a tower so that I can, like, respawn at a place and fast travel to somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's the top of Mountain.
I feel like we need to get one
Up there.
mountain.
This is a fun little rock feature. A little shrine nearby. Okay.
Audio balance, Indigo, they say you're still kind of loud.
Yes, well, I
okay.
think, Red, you should actually put your gain back to where it was. Because now you're a lot
really?
quieter
Okay.
than Indigo. And I think since Blue
Okay.
turned us up, it will be okay.
Is it really a
I'm
stream
gonna
if you
pull
don't
mine
have
a little
several
bit down
audio
anyway.
problems?
That's life.
General
Yep.
Kenobi. Oh, the favorite commenter that we have in our entire channel is a novelty account called Obi-Wan Kenobi, who just comments prequel memes on all of our videos. Oh my god, our
Yeah.
favorite commenter. I'm like, oh,
Sorry.
when's Obi-Wan gonna say something?
Yeah. I also want to shout out a commenter, just some guy with a mustache, whose profile pic is Jalal from Fairy Tale with a mustache photoshopped on.
Oh, absolutely
And it-
fantastic.
And in one trope talk, I talked about the character of Jalal, and he commented like, "Oh, who's that guy? He seems really handsome and cool."
I saw the
That's
shrine.
great. Oh yeah, that shrine. Oh, it's next
Yeah.
to the stable.
There
We
was
can
one
go into the
behind
stable.
us. Well, then we'd have to have a horse, and we don't have a horse yet.
Oh, we don't have a horse.
We could get a horse.
Well, the horses are in the back, so if we know where to
Are any of the horses a dragon transformed?
Maybe.
go. Not yet. That's part of the DLC, where Link gets a
Okay.
full-ass motorcycle. Not a joke.
Damn.
The hammer. Whose hammer? Thor's hammer. Had the hammer.
Let's get us a quick fast travel point in case we inevitably die, and by in case I mean when. Speaking of amazing commenters, one of my favorite comments we've ever received was on Red's Robin Hood video, which was someone commenting, Robin Hood and Little John spelled like the rapper. So it's like Robin Hood and Little John walking through the fucking comment we've ever gotten.
God.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
excuse me. Comment sections.
I'm often very impressed with the shenanigans that our comments get up to.
Yeah.
Oh, that's some seriously clever listeners, viewers. Wow. Nice baby. Thank you, team.
We got you, Indigo.
Good work, everyone. All right, let's wrap it up for the day.
Yep.
Alright, take 5.
Well, I think that's enough dragons for one stream, so...
Yeah. Ah, shit.
Well, yeah, there you go. You got that.
There we go. Let's try that again.
Bap. Bap.
Love these physics puzzles. Ouch,
Ooh,
son of a bitch.
one more.
I
It's
love
okay.
these physics puzzles. Ouch, son of a bitch.
You didn't even stay to see if it went in.
Cool guys don't look at
I mean-
explosions.
It's not an explosion though. It's just
Oh.
a small blue light. And it will tell you where to go next.
Well, if
although
you zoom in,
if
it
you
kind
go
of
up
looks
to-
like an explosion.
left.
No, this is a dead end. I think I just gotta go through that gate that opened up.
Alright. But will you make it?
Maybe.
Can you glide down to it?
I don't know why you had any doubt. Was it everything else I've done in this game before that gave you reason to doubt my abilities?
This time, last time.
I really respect,
No, what
I
was
really
that?
respect your ability to pivot on a dime. Well, I just really respect your ability to pivot on a dime from, this game is bullshit, what's happening, to, I am a shining golden god!
Big
It's
paladin
very close to
energy.
how he plays his D&D character.
Yeah, that's exactly correct. It's like, I'm the best thing ever until I roll a 1 on some very rudimentary check and fall flat on my face.
Or
This is
stab the
bullshit.
bard.
My dad works at, Wizards of the Coast.
My dad, John Dragons,
Do you think
of
anyone has
Dungeons and
ever tried to
Dragons, would
pull
not be very
out?
happy about this.
Please, Dungeons and Dragons was my father. Just call me Dragons.
Just call me Pathfinder.
Wow, is that some tabletop humor in my good stream?
It's more likely than you'd think. Seeing as a
Like,
third
no, we
person.
mostly talked about
Beetle.
Alcibiades. Beetle!
Which is also how usually the sessions go. Beetle?
Uh-huh. Beetle is my favorite
Beetle
character
the
in this
what?
entire game.
Beetle is great. He's
Fits.
our god prince.
Special bugs and must-have items.
How do you know that
What
the
have you
special
got?
bugs
I'm
aren't the
literally broke.
must-have items?
Cool. That's all. See you later, Beetle. Were this a playthrough that I was taking seriously, I'd promise you that I'd be back. However. Okay, we need to steal a horse.
Oh, there's a horse on your left.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look.
Do we need to...
Is that not a horse?
No, it's a rock.
Oh, never mind. I thought that was a horse.
Yeah,
Run
no.
away.
Usually spawn the other side of
Oh,
the
there's a
stable
horse.
No,
to
it's
like
also
hang
a
out
rock.
by that lake.
Whoa, on your
Yeah.
right.
Oh, shit!
Oh, look, a horse. Oh, no, that's a rock. No, those are definitely horses.
You...
Pioneers used to ride
I
these
mean, when you
babies for
think about
miles.
it, aren't we all just complicated rocks?
I mean, in some ways.
Oh, no.
Ready, set, jump.
Yeah.
Now hit A. Or L. Sorry, I told you to hit the wrong button. L.
Oh, what?
Pat, pat, pat.
You know what I
Aggressive
like the
pats.
idea of? I like the concept that Zelda is like backseat gaming in your head the whole time.
Yeah.
There you go.
She's like,
Link,
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 dragons
have the
don't
horse,
spawn
Link."
unless you finish speaking to Impa. Link, press A to soothe.
You're right, Link. Go away from the. Go away. No, Link. Get away from
Look,
there.
I don't control the horses in this game.
I do not control the speed at which the horses go to their deaths.
Link, Link, your weapon durability's super low.
Link, you should probably get some cash. Link, you're broke as fuck.
Link, have you confessed? Never mind.
Hey, Link.
Link, you're right, Link.
Link, here's a speed running tip.
Steer.
Trying to steer the horse.
Yeah, but have you considered steering it with the other one?
I am.
Stop being A.
I wasn't. Link, have you considered investing in
the
a
road trip
401k
is
to
back.
get more gems?
Link.
All right, Cyan has the wheel.
Link, now's a really good time to buy.
Just like Zelda with one of those like green financial advisor like little visors that they have.
Oh
With a bunch of
She just starts
folders
sending
and
you like
things.
Sam email.
Yeah.
Link, I'm sure you're wondering what our response is to the growing pandemic.
Am I going the right way?
No, you gotta go the other way.
Hey?
Link, if
Wait,
you or a
where's
loved
the
one has been
scale?
diagnosed with mesothelioma,
Where's
you may
the
be.
scale?
Oh, it's back that way.
That's what I was trying to go for.
Oh,
That's what I was
okay.
going to.
Well, we don't have the money to pay for stocking the
No,
horse.
but we can still like let them know that we have the horse.
Okay, fair enough. Anyway, what other bullshit would Zelda be pinging Link with during his travels?
Oh, God. Link, can you pick me up a coffee on your way to Ganon's?
Sugar. And who doesn't?
Link. Yeah. Who doesn't love sugar? Link, time passes differently in my weird stasis field. Are they still making pumpkin spice lattes?
That reminds me of the meme where, like, when the Oracle of Delphi is trying to give someone a prophecy, but they wildly overshoot the future and start talking in, like, modern memes. I asked the Oracle whether or not I would be fruitful in my coming harvest, and she just shouted yeet at me, and I'm not entirely sure how to parse that.
Oh, you're doomed, dude.
Oh man, that would honestly be really funny if the weird cryptic Oracle character is just talking in like memes that haven't been invented yet.
Yep.
It's Wednesday, dudes.
Oracle, Oracle, what are my future prospects for my heirs? This bitch empty.
What? Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh well. No. I don't think we have anything we could even sell. Oh, actually, we do have some food.
We might be able to sell something to Beetle, but I'm not sure we could get up to the 20 to stock this horse. And even still, he might die, because horses in this game die really easily. Oh, he's gone.
Where's Beetle?
He left.
Come back. Oh no, he's over there.
Oh, he's over
Take
that
the
way.
horse with us.
Alright, we need to go to the tower, and then we can make a...
Sorry. I hit the wrong L.
Link, have you considered remapping the controls?
Link, only real gamers play with inverted controls.
Link, drink this Mountain Dew. It'll give you strength in battle.
There you go, 20 rupees right there. Thanks for the business,
Link,
people.
have you tried playing Fortnite? It's awesome.
So, actually, one of the first times... Do you want to tell the story about the first time you met my cousin?
Oh my god, I think I've talked about this on a stream
Oh,
before, but one
no.
time we were trying to explain to your, like, 12 or 13-year-old cousin.
Oh, she was probably younger at that point.
Oh, okay.
Probably like 10 or 11. She's now like 14.
That, like, oh, you know, this guy Blue, you know, he works on YouTube. He makes history videos. And without skipping a beat, she's like, oh, you know, you should play Minecraft instead. And I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, thanks. That's, you're right. I would be a lot more financially successful if I made Minecraft Let's Plays instead. So, like, let's see. I could spend literally
Welcome back, gamers.
Oh, what are we naming this horse? Oh, no,
no.
Cyan's already on it. Oh, the horse is named Dragon.
Oh.
Yes.
It's the Dragon Rush, actually.
Hey!
But you can't name him Dragon Rush because that would be 10 characters,
Too many
and
characters.
you can't do that.
Just dragons.
For you to ride it.
Alright, cool. Onward, steed.
I gotta keep hitting L so it
Yes. It is a pain in the ass to see stuff when it's raining in this game.
Yeah.
Kind of similar to real life rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Okay,
I honestly
where
really
do you wanna go with
respect-
this time? Which road?
Yep.
But I honestly really like how this game integrated like environmental effects, day-night cycle, stuff like that. Because,
No.
like,
Are you sure?
Yeah.
oh no. But it's because there's so many like open world games that don't really stop you from just picking a direction and like sprinting off into the wilderness and doing whatever you want. Refs at Skyrim.
Yeah.
But like Breath of the Wild actually gives you, you know, external reasons to do things like eat and camp and take shelter when it's like weird outside because, you know, the rain actually makes everything more difficult. So, you know, I mean, it's kind of frustrating, but I think it does a really good job of just actually kind of doing gameplay story integration yeah, you are, you know, the badass protagonist hero of time, but also rain makes things really difficult, so it's
Yeah.
probably best to shelter and rest and, you know, do inventory management and stuff like that.
Yeah. Have you considered putting on gloves if
Yeah.
you're gonna go try to
Run away,
climb
run
stuff in the
away.
rain?
Exactly.
Oh,
Isn't
you
that
should
big
run
really
out though.
No.
You sure?
Not to the Dragon Rush.
Alright. You know, the less you use A, the more likely you are able to steer the horse in a solid direction. And the more you hit L, the more likely you are to be able to steer the horse in a solid direction.
I'm just gonna keep giving this horse all of the
You can use
pats.
some apples later. They're really like carrots.
Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's currently nuts.
Not anymore.
No, it was playing the riding night track, which is the only place in the game where you can actually reliably hear the original Legend of Zelda theme. You know, do 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 do. Because there's no other place in the game where you can actually hear it except for this riding night track where you ride your horse for a very long period of time at night. The problem is with low-level horses, it's impossible to keep them going in one direction and not just like run into a wall, which causes the entire track to stop.
Okay. How about favorite bit of Legend of Zelda lore that only showed up in one game and has never been used again? I'll start. Twilight Realm.
Do you just want to rant because you can?
Explain.
Yes! I missed the Twilight Realm was such a cool concept. And listen, Twilight Princess was like, to my knowledge, the first of the Zelda games that was like, yeah, we're kind of getting dark now. Link turns into a wolf and like, everyone kind of hates you when you're a wolf and ooh, it's scary. But like, there's this really cool bit of lore about like, in this forlorn liminal space, there's another world that's parallel to our own, and the princess is really cool and kind of into you, and she was like this little gremlin for 99% of the game, and it's like, that's cool. And then she goes back to the Twilight Realm and breaks the mirror, and then we never see her again. And it just bugs me so much that it's like, you've got, I don't know, there's so much cool potential there, and they're just like, Twilight, what's it? It's kind of like how, you know, the Skyward Sword, the sword is sentient because Fee is in it from Skyward Sword, and she's like, now I'm going to sleep forever, goodbye, and then she never shows up in any other games. It's like, I thought she was annoying as all ass, but it's like, that's a concept you could have brought back somewhere, you know, for world building.
The kind of like Night Realm was a thing that is, Ticino Village, cool.
Oh, nice.
Was a concept that had existed in previous games.
Isn't there a shrine like right here?
Who are you? Any main answers if you're
There's
a
always
traveler.
one here.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yep. But no, that concept has existed before, kind of like under Realm. I think it was in, I want to say Link to the Past, maybe. But that kind of thing has happened before, and there has been moodier Zelda stuff like Majora's Mask, where you have to stop the moon from crashing into the Earth.
Yeah.
But no, Twilight Princess had some really good ideas. It's a shame that they didn't really do anything with it afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, also, real quick, we reached 2,000 concurrent viewers, which is pretty dope.
Yeah. Welcome, viewers.
Happy to have you guys here.
Yeah. Woohoo! Oh, man.
I can't. Here we go. Angles.
Blue, they're saying your audio is kind of quiet.
Great.
Oh, we can fix that.
Yeah, just up the gain maybe.
Ta-da! Okay.
There we go.
Sweet.
It's a fun adjustment.
All right, let's see if this this trial won't be too complicated. Oh, good lord.
Oh, go
Ah,
up,
this is fine.
up to the right.
Yeah.
Ah.
I am
Magana.
Magana.
Oh, it's on the apparatuses. I love
Oh
this one.
no!
No,
This
it's
is the
fine.
worst one in the game.
No, it's fine.
That's the one you have to turn upside down. Ah!
Well, it's okay.
Oh, this is not gonna go well.
Oh, no.
No, it's okay. Remember, it's only terrible if you want to get.
Well, while we're yelling about Zelda, who wants to talk about Skyward Sword?
Oh,
Nope.
heck.
I'm gonna be honest, I've only played Breath of the Wild, so all of my Zelda knowledge comes from this and the one Brian David Gilbert video. But I do love the concept of the motorcycle horse because it makes the possibility of Link with a gun more realistic.
Yeah.
Like hyena with a gun.
I think we should really... Yeah, let's discuss Link with gun.
At least
Oh,
you
man.
Get it.
But yeah, I played Skyward Sword. I played Skyward Sword a while back, and it's definitely one of those games that, like, it was really trying to use the motion controls before the motion controls were really ready for that kind of thing. And unfortunately, the easiest way to win the game is to just jump up and down and flail wildly with the Wiimote.
So, tilt it. Boink.
Like, They take this system where it was like, oh, you line up the shot and then you strike carefully, and it's like, no, if you just flail in random directions, every enemy dies in like 4 hits. And then the one boss fight where that doesn't work will just make you so upset.
That's the worst when something works really well and then suddenly doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, where was this game designed earlier? The other thing was Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword managed to make like a flying island chain of magical elf people the most boring and asinine thing in the world. It was like, oh yeah, the goddess lifted this into the air, and this is the first Zelda game, and it's like, cool, what the fuck happened to the flying islands? Where did they go? Did they fall?
Nice.
I guess this'll never be brought up again. Oh shit.
No. Never expect continuity between one Zelda game and the next unless it's a direct.
You can use them to fly, but only in this completely empty skybox. They don't come with us to the ground where we could actually use them to get over obstacles or hang out. And also they look like these goofy-ass pelicans instead of anything mildly majestic. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Skyward Sword had some problems. And Red, you said, you know,
while I'm
from the
yelling
time
about
when before motion controls were ready, I would describe that as any time that motion controls have ever been implemented in literally anything ever. Because I feel like they're always some variety of clunky or weird, unless you have a $1,000 VR rig, which at that point is like,
right,
why?
Is this the game you're gonna play with that $1,000 VR rig?
Yeah. Apparently Half-Life Alyx is good, I guess, but like, I hope the 3 people who can play it have fun with it.
Don't forget your horse.
Yep.
Dragon waited for you. It's because you
actually
have a saddle. And he likes you.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so we're gonna go to...
Hey!
Give him lots of little pats, okay?
Oh, can we go to this one? Yeah,
One last complaint about Skyward Sword before I drop the subject. When you're in the floating island, there is an impenetrable wall of clouds that covers the land underneath you, and when you are on the ground, the sky is completely clear with like a handful of clouds in it.
Oh,
what is the truth,
that's
Skyward
so
Sword?
annoying.
What is the truth?
Nothing is true.
It's like in Chicken Little where they put those panels up to reflect like what the sky would look like.
That movie was a trip. Well, I've put my horse on an incline that it cannot hit.
You know, in hindsight, I don't know if watching it now it would be better than it was way back when. I feel like it got memed on, but I think it also deserved to, so I don't know, that might merit a rewatching at some point.
You just need to be kind to the horse. You're always so angry at it.
The horse knows what it did.
The horse did not know it did. Just because In the Back got us killed 5 times in a row because he was stuck on a hill.
Yeah, our first horse led us right into a guardian and then decided, this is where I'm gonna take a nap.
And then it kept spawning there.
Yeah. It was bad.
Oh my god.
Blue has always been kind of annoyed at the Zelda horses.
Something about constant betrayal just kind of does that to me, I don't know.
It wasn't constant betrayal, it's just frequent betrayal. It's different.
And the problem is these are all not Epona. That's what's really
exactly.
screwing you over. Epona is the best.
Yeah.
And in Twilight Princess, if you go up to Epona when you're a wolf and can talk to animals, she's like, Master, you're really freaking me out. Please turn back to normal soon. And it's like, aw, of course you recognize me. I know, she's the best.
I think we might need to leave Dragon here while we go climb up to the tower.
Probably. But let's get him down.
Is Epona just always Epona, or is it a series of horses all named Epona? Because, like, you know, like in Roach, in The Witcher, it's just a bunch of different roaches.
We can leave him right here under this nice cover.
Yes. Perfect.
Honestly, it's really funny to me that, like, obviously, Link, Zelda, and Ganon are in this, like, perpetual cycle of reincarnation and fighting each other, but it's also implied that, like, all of their important NPCs are also kind of stuck there. It's like, and you're no need.
Maybe. I don't know.
And you,
it's
the
fine.
local shopkeeper.
Do you think they're aware that they're stuck? So, like, every time Link and Zelda and Ganon get reincarnated, all of the shopkeepers are just like, ah, fuck, here we go again, guys.
Oh, beans.
As soon as they
Gotta restart my
they
business
never
from the
discussed
to
ground
break
up.
the pottery, they know that he's back.
I mean, honestly, Zelda has so much interesting world-building potential that they just never discuss kinds of things like, why do they put pots everywhere? Is it because when they're broken, they know the hero of time is back.
I wonder if, like, Zelda, Link, and Ganon just, like, go out for coffee sometimes. Like, okay, like, we've got another 20 years before we have to do this dance again, but, like, let's just kind of, like, talk and hang out, get to know each other a little bit. Ganon's like, so on the weekends, I like to go bowling. My hands are huge, so it kind of makes that difficult, but,
I know you are a bad guy, but you don't have to be bad guy, you know?
I'm a bad guy. I like the idea that, like, Zelda always seems to kind of... Oh, wait, yeah. Sorry. Zelda always seems to kind of know what's up. She's always like, yeah, goddess stuff. Turns out, yeah, Eternal War, me and Ganon always knows what's up. And then there's poor Link, who just keeps getting reincarnated with, like, nothing. And he keeps having to get his sword back and prove himself again.
Yeah.
It's like, well, we think you're the
reincarnates,
hero
he
of
has to go
time.
find his one missing brain cell.
Every semester. I think it's just
Yeah.
that first day of every new semester. You know, you think you got it down from the last time you did the same shit, and then someone throws a syllabus at you with one more word than you usually get, and you're like, oh, well, guess I gotta go find a new sword now.
It's the problem with having
Wonder
the
what
Triforce
intricate
of
piece of
courage
lore will be
because-
introduced.
Exactly.
But yeah. But it's basically just because you have the Triforce of proving yourself over and over again. Everyone else like, oh, Triforce of infinite power, Triforce of being really smart, Triforce of, hey kid, you like proving yourself? Jesus.
The Triforce of building character.
Yeah.
Ow. Oh, I was drinking, that was bad.
Imagining, like, the
I'm really excited for
of...
Ganon and... Oh.
I was thinking, like, the Triforce of, like, perpetual, like, loot grinding. That's gotta be one of them.
That's
all the shop
keeps
that keep getting reincarnated.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder
Tingle with the Triforce of loot.
I am excited
Impa, wielder
for
of the
whatever
Triforce of
happens.
Exposition.
I wonder if we'll be able to actually climb this.
Possibly.
I like to think that there's a secondary Triforce, you know? There's the triangle for the main characters, and then there's a triangle for all the side NPCs. So you've got, you know, Tingle with loot, Impa with exposition. We need to complete the triad.
Oh, man.
It's just
Epona,
like...
Triforce
yeah,
of being a horse.
Yeah.
Fast travel?
Not in this game.
It just tessellates outward infinitely. Everyone gets a Triforce.
To a certain extent, the
And you
terrain
get a
is so
Triforce.
mountainous
And
that
you
having
get a
horse
Triforce.
actively slows you
Got
down.
announced, I saw the word rehydrated more than I'd ever seen in my life up till that point.
I don't know who's thirstier, Ganon or the internet community.
Gana los dos.
Oh
I think we're having a few more audio issues.
no. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, they're saying Indigo's loud and Blue
Oh.
and Cyan, you're quiet.
And check it. Well, I actually haven't been saying anything for a while now, but why don't you plug my headphones into
Oh, yeah.
my phone and just pull it up on there, that way you can check the audio. Yeah, I haven't, like, been talking.
Cyan's currently at the wheel.
Yeah, Blue keeps getting mad at the horses and tries to jump up things that he cannot possibly climb. Like this, which I am now trying to climb. So we'll see.
I brought mine down pretty... I can't really go much lower than this, so if it's still loud on my end, just pump me up on the Discord.
Yeah, I will...
Or pump me down.
Listen to it and adjust it.
Yeah, I'd say crank you guys' audio and
Okay.
Yeah, just
Let's see how that goes.
come on and wait. Did it.
Nice. Alright. Let's see. Dragon Rush 2. Open up this video.
Electric Boogaloo.
Oh wow, the latency is really low.
Boogaloo?
It works.
That's what ultra low latency is for. Nice.
Oh.
So let's go get our horse back.
Cool. I think it sounds okay on my end.
oh, hopefully it's okay.
Well,
Right, so I'll just
chat,
leave this
chime
here in
off
case we
if
need
we're
it.
bad.
But I think we're okay.
Yeah.
Alright, can I now paraglide off into
As long
the
as you
far
go
distant
back for
reaches?
the horse.
Oh, okay, but there's so many mountains!
What, you're just gonna leave the horse there?
Maybe?
Go bring
I
it
feel
to the
like-
stable or something.
But we can't afford to book
I feel like we should just climb the
No,
mountain
you
at
don't
this
need
point.
to book him in.
I think we might. Wait, hold on.
You only need to pay the one time to register them.
That's where we're going.
Yeah. Go bring him to the stable.
What's that? Oh, this. Oh yeah, Mount Lanayru. Oh, we can go right there. Okay, let's
Yeah.
see. Where is there a stable near here?
You have to remember because they don't show up until you've.
Nuts.
Chat, sound off. Where's the nearest stable?
I can
that we
also
drop our horse
look
at?
it up. Oh, we should do the Eventide Island challenge. That's great. No
Yeah,
one's ever
but
gotten mad at the
I'll-
Eventide Island challenge.
Only if we.
Dragons first. Come on, man.
No, I know. Okay. I feel like our horse is currently safe where it is, so I'm gonna.
It's right next to like 7 Moblin, but sure, go for it.
But they don't aggro.
Yeah, but
We know they only hate you specifically.
Yeah.
Okay, well, be kind to Dragon the horse.
We can fast travel
Everyone's
back
like,
here.
Dueling Peak Stable.
Is that it?
I don't know.
That's Hatino Village. Where are the Dueling Peaks?
let's climb a mountain. Because why not, you know?
Past 31K.
Woo! Look at that.
Thank you, friends.
Woo!
Yeah.
Wanna drop on that rock right there?
Yep.
No, not on the rock. That's our horse. You just came back for the horse.
Well, we'll try to take the horse a little bit.
All horses can go a little ways, as a treat. Oh, let me. Help your horse. There you go.
Alright, let's see if I can
Blue is
Skyrim
playing
this
again.
horse up.
Blue, why?
Because then if we can get over this little hill, we have a lot easier of a time.
Stop bringing the horse to weird places. He's gonna, yeah, there you go. Stop going up random things with the horse. The horse can't go up random things.
Fine.
I mean, the horse can't go up random things, but we do need to go up a mountain, so
Well,
the
yes,
horse is
but
gonna
you
have
can
to
leave the horse
learn.
at the base of the mountain. Don't just bring it up a random.
I'll leave the horse at the entrance to
That-
Hatino Village.
Wait, what about that?
That's
No, the flag behind it.
oh, I think that's part of Hatino Village.
Oh, yeah, you can leave the horse in the village. Or you can just get as close to the mountain as you can, and we can pick him up for later. But you're not going in the correct direction for that. Take me home, mountain road, to the place with dragons.
Mount Lanayru.
It's a mountain with dragons. Let's go.
Mountain Road. Ugh.
All right.
Having seen West Virginia now, gotta say, not impressed.
Yeah.
Aw.
That song really made it sound prettier.
No.
It depends on what
I mean-
part of West Virginia you're in, but
Listen, Yeah. I mean, I've talked about this before. This was when I was stuck on the train. After I'd been stuck in New York for 3 days because
yes.
it was colder than Mars and all the trains had stopped.
Yeah.
And then they shunted me onto the one that like dips through the American South and takes 9 hours longer than the train I wanted. And the bits of West Virginia that bump up against the railroad tracks, pretty gross. Not
Yeah.
gonna lie. And you know, it was also winter, so everything looked dead. And also there was no internet, so it was just a bad experience.
Yeah, that's not fun.
I'm not sure. Yeah. No, I'm not sure it's
Not
entirely fair to
optimal
blame West
Virginia.
Yeah, exactly. But it was just that was peak, you know, country roads meme factor. Like
Yeah.
the week that happened was when everyone was talking about it. So I just had it on loop in my head for the
that's
full
right.
27-hour ride, and I was like, God damn it!
Oh.
All right, let's see how much of this bad boy we can climb.
Yeah. So we are gonna run into the problem of being cold.
I have 6 whole peppers, which actually
Okay.
hold on. Do we have fire arrows? Yes,
Which
we do
don't
have
do
fire
anything unless
arrows.
we cook them.
Let's cook some peppers real quick before we go up this mountain.
Excellent.
All right, first, we smack this tree with something axe-shaped. There we go. Yeah. Oh, and actually knocked that apple off the side into oblivion.
And look,
Okay.
now you have wood.
Wood acquired.
Adios.
Alright, then
You
we
wait.
shoot a fire at it.
Wasn't there another? Did you want to get more arrows before going to the dragon?
Oh, right, we need arrows, don't we?
Eh, you don't have to.
Okay.
We
mean,
can
it
just
would be
wing it.
Helpful, but like, no, you're fine.
It's a game
Hey,
of how
wing it.
unprepared
We've never
can you
planned ahead
be.
before, and we don't intend to start now.
Yeah. Oh, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, you just get the ones that haven't exploded. How about? Yeah, grab them.
Aha. Okay. So, let's try that again.
Why are you cooking peppers specifically?
Because they make you heat resistant.
No, they only make you heat resistant if you make an elixir with the peppers.
Yeah, I think
Sorry,
you're gonna need a
stream
pot,
Pepper
dude.
doesn't do anything.
Oh. Never
The
mind.
stream just caught up to you dropping the peppers into the fire and them just getting launched sky high. It's the funniest
Well,
thing.
you know you can use the fire to launch yourself sky high.
Yeah.
The grass is still on fire, but it is not. No, it was because the grass was on fire.
Oh,
You
okay.
need to get your little thingy, your little club, light your club on fire, and then light the grass on fire. Trust me, I'm a scientist.
Oh, wait. No.
That is just screaming that you need a cooking pot now.
Okay,
Yeah, 'cause you
fine.
do.
Ugh.
I mean, you don't need to.
You do.
No, I do.
I mean,
will
if you
show
want to make an
that.
elixir, you need like the monster pots and the pepper.
Yeah.
Oh, we need monster parts?
No. You need. Well, you have monster parts.
Okay.
You need to cook them with a pepper to make an elixir.
Yeah.
Do you not remember how to play this game?
Saying
apparently
cooking
not
pot in the
well.
village.
Ugh. On the one hand, I want to, like, go get the dragons, but then I'm gonna be so unprepared, it's gonna be a nightmare. Oh, no, it's just a fire.
I feel like unprepared is kind of our MO at this point.
Yeah,
so
it's the disaster
really,
mode,
you know,
too.
what could possibly go wrong?
I think we should go see the dragons and then we should go see if we can punch Ganon in the face.
Oh, I assure you we can. That's
Yeah.
the guy shop.
Sound like a plan?
Oh, no, we don't want that. Where's the
Live a
general
little.
store?
It's one of these ones.
Thank you.
I mean, it's on
It's
the
one of the first
street.
ones in town.
Yeah,
yeah.
is it that one? Maybe
That one on your right,
Pots?
other
That makes
than
sense.
other side, I think.
Oh,
Well, it's
just
just
I can see here.
Oh, this is the food store.
Oh, we have one rupee, that's right.
I mean, we can sell stuff to get rupees.
Excuse me.
Goods and services can be exchanged for rupees.
Hey.
Oh, we can sell the emerald.
Oh, yeah, we have
Right,
gems.
yeah. Got shiny rocks.
Here, buy our shiny rocks. There you go. Go
Let's
away.
get some arrows for sure.
Sell me weapons.
Do I have to jump?
And what kind of arrows are these? Bomb arrows or bomb arrows? Okay, we can't afford bomb arrows, so.
Bling just rolls up to his general store to purchase improvised explosives.
I mean, let's be real. The hero of time pops through every century or so. It makes sense that we should probably sell, you know, high explosives, child-sized bombs. Sometimes he's like really tiny and chibi, and sometimes he's like tall and handsome. We've learned to, you know, stock things in all sizes.
Do you think they got someone like keeping lookout in front of all the shops to tell people what size he is this time, so that all the armor shops can just go and like swap out their inventory real quick?
That would be honestly.
Oh man, probably. Like while you're sleeping
That's what all
in
the kids
Shrine
are
of
doing when they stop
Resurrection.
you.
What? Oh no, they're actually like pulling out little tape measures and surreptitiously measuring like shoulder width.
Just diameter.
Link like starts coming awake one time, and they all just kind of like slink back real quick. Like, oh shit, get away.
It's like
Yeah.
as soon as he gets out of the Shrine of Resurrection, like when the door opens,
He's like-
he takes a scan and just like sends his measurements out to everybody in the kingdom.
They're like, alert, he's been climbing trees. Widen the shoulders a little bit.
So now, if you cook, say, a hot spicy pepper. Oh fuck.
Oops.
Well,
We have 5 charred peppers.
no, that's not
It's
good.
much less spicy. Oh no! Damn it!
Sorry.
Ah!
Cooking.
Oh.
No, don't do anything wrong to those chickens. They'll all
Well,
attack
we
you.
gotta go find some peppers.
Oh god.
Then we'll come back here.
And we thought we were gonna see dragons on this stream.
We told you guys.
Oh god.
I was.
I was not
Did we
quite
learn
sure
any
why you were
lessons?
cooking all the peppers.
Absolutely
You have
not.
to go all the way over there, right?
There are some peppers at the base of Mount Hylia.
I mean, you can probably find them closer, but sure, if you want to go to the base of Mount Hylia, go for it.
I know for sure that they're there.
Okay.
I feel like we
We
should
know
go
for
after
sure
at
that they're
least
on the
100 before
plateau.
the 1 hour mark.
What are we at now? 47 minutes? Okay. We can do that.
All right,
All right.
13 minutes.
The second
Yeah.
dragon's
You
a
have
lot easier. It's just
13 minutes
further
to get
away.
peppers and get up a mountain.
I thought all you had to do was burn the peppers and then they would make it okay. And then surprise, that's not at all how it works.
Well,
We're
there's
still
a
telling you to
chance.
do whistle sprinting.
To do what?
It's
Whistle sprinting.
Whistle
if you
sprinting.
Mash whistle while you run. Yeah, it's a glitch. If you mash whistle while you run, your stamina doesn't go down.
Oh.
It just sounds insufferably annoying.
Nope. Other one. Do you remember how?
Oh my god, yeah. Whack. Okay, I think they were down here.
Probably down by the grass. Drop. Not into the ocean.
Oh, there was someone.
It seems Dragon couldn't hear your call.
No, dragon could not hear our call.
None of the dragons can hear our call.
There's
Why they don't
much-
show
Oh
up.
look, peppers.
This is exactly where I knew we'd find them.
Okay, why don't you go back now? Just fast travel out of here.
Can I do that?
Yes.
Oh, let's let me get this.
It's just
Yeah.
It's just a shrimp.
Travel, perfect. These poor bokoblins think that they have this enemy shows up. They see some blue light just wisp into the air, and then suddenly the guy's gone. They're like, I'm sorry, what the hell?
Oh god.
People are like,
Honestly,
there's a
I
cauldron right there. We know, but there's also a lot of monsters right there, and we're trying to expedite this. And there's a lit
Yeah.
cooking pot in this village.
This also takes us closer to where we need to be.
Yep.
So why would we stay there to fight the monsters?
Parkour.
Go towards the fire.
Kind of like how cavalier everyone in this world is about just like, oh yeah, you know, the divine beasts
gonna
went
have to
berserk
light this
100
again.
years ago, and now they're kind of rampaging near our house. But I mean, it's
Yeah.
whatever, right?
It happens. You know?
Clearly, like, they're doing fine on their own.
Another manic
Yeah.
Monday. We'll just go around the house.
Probably like their 20th go around at this anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And light the fire. Now put your torch away.
Now that we're kind of living out a global crisis, I sort of get it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, you know, our elephant guardian went bonkers last week, but you know, we just kind of avoid that neighborhood now. It's fine.
Maybe?
It's whatever.
Yeah, that's good. Now cook it. Yeah.
Cook. Oh, no spoilers, but this cooking sound effect makes an appearance in the next video on Friday. Dubious food!
Did you put monster
Dubious
parts
food
in
does
there?
not make an appearance in the video
There's
next.
some monster parts.
Did you
Oh,
put monster
are you?
You put something called nightshade in your food? Come on, man.
No, I put the bacala thing.
Why would you put monster parts in your
No, you
food?
That's how you make an elixir.
No, you need to cook it with, like, that's, you do the monster parts with
Oh, it's bugs.
Oh.
See, like, you would cook that
Oh.
with that to make
God.
it. Yeah, here, I'm gonna do this, okay?
Okay.
Let's cook it with
Cyan, take the
a
wheel.
mushroom. How about?
This is reflective of my cooking skill in real life.
Boop boop, and then you cook that.
Really, the dragon roast. These streams are the dragon roasts of blue.
Hey.
We're gonna cook this one.
We already have a little page on our TV tropes about the No Dragons Dragon Run.
It got added within half an hour of the stream ending.
There you go.
Awesome.
Now, to the mountain!
First, I'm gonna save.
Also, chat keeps telling you to just get the warm coat. So that might be easier than trying to do whatever it is you're trying to do.
Oh yeah, we might be able to just buy a warm coat here.
Heck.
Thanks, chat.
The warm doublet.
Alright, where's the outfit here? Aha!
The one with the giant shirt on it?
Possibly. It's a Hylian tunic. Well, we have the warm doublet, and this is just knight armor, which doesn't really do us. Oh! Oh no, this is what we already have this.
Do we?
We already have this. Yeah, we're wearing the warm doublet right now.
Heck. Okay, out we go.
Yeah. Okay, to the dragon!
Let's climb mountain.
Just currently ignoring all of these side quests.
This is the Dragon Rush, not the side quest rush.
I have seen people who actually, like, legitimately just play through all of Breath of the Wild in not a lot of time. There's one streamer called Smallland who does some fun speedruns, as well as, like, mean speedruns. Like, a no walking speedrun where you only hop everywhere, and then shield surf and paraglide. It's very impressive. Ooh, Arista
nice.
broadsword.
No, take that. Blue.
Oh wait, did I not? Oh, I thought I took it.
Back you go.
Yep. Let's drop. Lame ass arm. Cool.
You might want to equip that instead of your torch as well. Or your sword that's about to break.
Yeah. Take this Traveler's Claymore. Give it some use before we send it shattering off into the distance.
Well, remember, if you throw it at someone, you're golden.
Mega damage. This is the part of the road trip where we think that we have it under control, right before we realize that it's all going to go to hell extremely quickly.
I don't think anyone thinks we're under control right now except for you.
I feel so calm. I'm confident, ready, I have poise, whatever the fuck that word means.
Sure do.
Oh, look at that Mune!
Yeah. It's a big old Mune.
Looks like a creepy face.
Yep. Might be a little reference.
Hope it doesn't
to
come
Majora's
crashing
Mask, where the Mune
down.
is angry and wants to kill everyone.
Uh-huh.
Apparently the way that development works at Nintendo is that you have to be able to give a one-sentence pitch for your game. So for Animal Crossing New Leaf, where you're the mayor, it's like, you are the mayor of the town. And I can imagine the pitch for Majora's Mask if, what if Moon was angry?
So now you need to eat something so you don't take damage. Start with the longer time one. Yeah, there, nope, that was the longer time one. Yep. So you eat that.
Alright. Nope, do not care.
These ones have arrows, so you might have to care.
Oh. Oh no, I wanted to throw my...
Time to run.
That worked though.
What?
You're also on fire.
Keep you warm.
It's a side effect of standing in fire.
Cool.
The old-fashioned way.
Look at us, we're good. We just ate some spicy food. Got a nice warm coat. We're ready to... Ooh, good thing there was no tea in that.
How did this even
Are you serious, man?
What?
This is 3 times. This is like the 3rd time you've like spilled tea or nearly spilled tea on a live stream this week.
Okay. Here's the thing: we have cords connected from like our ears to the computer.
There are 3 laptops open, a microphone,
and then
3
like
sets of headphones.
if anyone moves and something gets caught, it's GG. There is our first dragon.
Heck.
Oh, second dragon. Second.
Our first dragon of the day.
Technically.
Allegedly.
Second if you count the horse.
Yeah.
Dragon!
Yeah, guys, I don't know what you're talking about. We had a dragon this entire time.
Woo!
Maybe the real dragon was the horses we met along the way.
Ah.
I mean, it could possibly be. Depends. Did you find them by a river?
I don't know. People have
More than
always
most of
done
our
that
party.
wrong. Yeah, I think there's like 2 people in the party she might like more than the horse, and one of those is doubtful at best. Sorry, Orange.
What?
Aww.
Did you just die?
Yeah, I got 1 shot.
Heck,
Ew.
did you get hit
Oh
by a
my
rock?
god.
I think so.
Well, try again.
I can't wait to catch
I'll
up.
watch the replay. Hold on.
Yep.
Oh man, I'm
And
excited.
oh
Were you
no.
already
Yikes.
low on hearts, maybe?
No.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah, it's just a 1-shot.
Ow. You just got shot in the back and fell over.
Yeah, I thought I could run away from my problems like in real life, but apparently
I
that's
told
not how
you,
this
they
works.
have arrows.
Oh, not again.
Well, it's okay.
Ah.
Like those
Wait, check
Smash
if you
Bros.
have the clothes and
edits.
the food.
Clothes we already have.
Oh, I love it when the battle
That's what we've
tips
got.
get really judgmental. Instead of throwing yourself at enemies over and over to no avail, try cooking special dishes and elixirs to give yourself blah blah blah. It's like,
Thanks,
I'm not
gang.
doing it on
we
purpose.
Appreciate it. So now you just need to save.
Save closer. Oh no. Well, hey, we know where we gotta go. Now it's just a matter of rising to the challenge.
It's the eye of the tiger.
I imagine that the rest of this dragon hunt is going to go a little bit like Tantalus's punishment in Hades, where we're going to keep seeing the dragon and getting killed moments before we reach the top of the mountain.
Honestly, that would be kind
Oh,
of hysterical
God.
and very on brand. I'm currently. This will be the second full thing I have knitted theoretically this quarantine time. I've already completed
Hey.
1 blanket,
Aw.
repaired all of my
Ow.
clothing, and now I am knitting what will maybe be a cat bed if we get a cat before I finish it.
Damn.
Yes.
Fun fact about the word quarantine.
Have you
its
thought about
origin-
cat names?
It's, ooh.
Well, we'd have to see the
Nope.
cat first, but
Yeah.
Blue also totally has, so go
Of
ahead.
course.
One of my ideas for a cat name is
the food.
Pandora because cats love boxes. I'm gonna save here. There we go.
And maybe try to climb sooner, that way you can
I
hopefully
think in that
avoid the
case,
bad guys.
you should,
Sorry, go ahead.
for the Pandora reference, you should really call the cat Hope,
Oh
because
yeah.
it stays in the box.
The one thing that stays in the box.
Ooh.
We've had suggested Cleopatra, which is good. There are many good names
Nice.
that could be named. It depends on the cat. We'll have to see what fits. And also, if they're like a 2 or 3 year old cat and they're already kind of used to the name, we'll try to find something that's like similar that we can like wean into, or wean them onto. I think is the technical use of that word.
You've just never had a cat
Yes,
before.
that is
I've
it.
never had a pet.
They will not respond to their name unless they want to, no matter what you call them.
Okay, I had a fish once when I was like 5, and then both my parents are like, "Okay, no, we're done."
Wow.
I had a cat for like 16 years. They respond if they care about you, and only then if they want to.
Friend of mine has a dog named Joy, and I spent so much time calling that corgi Scooshy instead that
Aw.
she started to respond to it instead of her name.
Ah.
That's adorable.
I
Oh yeah, no, I know Joy. I was like,
I
Joy.
know.
Oh yeah, no, I know that puppy. Such a good pup.
Yeah, big old chonker.
Gooshy.
Big old chunk.
Joy's a like
I
a
have a
dark
friend who has a
toasted
cat
cardigan
that has
corgi, right?
asthma.
Sorry, what were you saying, Indigo?
Oh, not super important, but I have a friend that has a cat that has asthma and it wheezes when they're walking. So we used to have to climb in through her bathroom window to get into her house when we get locked out, and you would just kind of from around the corner hear like and like, and then the asthmatic cat would appear.
Oh my god. Oh.
Uh-oh. New shield.
Shield time.
I definitely want a pet at some point, but what I
Cannot
love
like
more
these
than
guys.
my pets are other people's pets. Because other people's pets I can befriend
Yes.
and make them love more than the people who own them.
Whoops.
But I also don't need to take care of them.
Yes.
Blue got
Yes,
one
this
shot
is why I'm very
in
excited
case
for
you guys were
Cyan
wondering
and
why I kept
Blue
like-
to get a cat.
I know. You just need to get one I'm not allergic to. That's my only condition.
We
Red,
will
what cats
try.
are you allergic to?
Well, I mean, I'm only mildly allergic, but it's allergic enough that if I like spend 8 hours in a house that has a cat in it, it'll like be a problem.
But
Or like at one point I was staying with a friend and she borrowed some blankets from a friend who owned a cat and I woke up like all sniffly, so
fair.
it's minor enough that it would be unpleasant. So,
Fair. But you said
know,
we have to get a cat that you're not allergic
hypoallergenic cats,
to.
man.
Oh, so you mean like a hairless cat?
Yeah, there are hypoallergenic cats. Well, no, there's hypoallergenic cats that have hair actually. I think it was the allergen is actually in cat saliva. It's just because they like grooge that their fur gets kind of coated in it. And some of them don't have it. So there are like hypoallergenic cats that are adorable and fuzzy, and also hypoallergenic cats that are little golemy gremlins, which I also love.
Get the head.
Yep. Got it.
No, okay.
But
Lizalfo sworn.
Well, you didn't die this
Strengthen
time. Oh,
Lizal.
that's
Oh,
great.
that's so much
No,
better.
go drop your other bows.
Okay, let's do some weapon rearranging. Oh, why do we have this?
No, keep that one.
All right. We're making progress now. No, that's not. No,
Not that rock.
not that rock. Okay. All right, up we go. I'm gonna save.
Probably for the best.
Just gonna. Ooh, chill shroom. Just ignore that guy over there.
That's a good idea.
Let's see how much of this hill face I can just climb straight up.
Ooh. Get the spiky.
Spiky. Oh, Sabina.
It'll be useful if we ever have to go into the desert.
Yes.
Which we won't because there are no dragons there.
Not this time. Red and Indigo, have we lost you?
no, sorry,
No,
still here.
I'm just
Okay, cool.
vibing.
Yep. Yep,
Okay, good.
just
I was just
vibing.
wondering if maybe our call dropped because we were having a couple problems with that a little earlier.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're good. We're getting up the mountain. We are getting close.
Dragons. Dragons.
Dragons.
Thank you.
Dragons. Someone's got to be hype. I cannot wait
Yeah.
for the supercut of this. Indigo, you said that you were working on the
yes.
first part. And obviously, like, all excellent works of art take time. But I will be thrilled to see whatever final product happens. And maybe a little bit of it gets animated. I don't know. Well, no promises. But
Yep.
people
Yeah.
is...
I'll see
That
what
actually
I can
reminds me
do.
that I need to export something after this stream, so I'll be
Whoops.
expect an email later tonight, maybe.
Aha. Okay. We have arrived.
Safe. There you go. We are on Mount Lanayru. Now let's find that dragon.
Gross. Clean it up.
Hey, Blue.
Yeah,
Blue, you should save.
I did.
You should save the game.
How many
Okay.
times am I going to die?
Probably at least 7.
Let's put the counter on the screen.
Do, 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 do,
God, no.
To be fair, this is indeed the dragon. We did find the
This is a goofy
dragon.
boy.
He's just an angry boy. Daedra.
You who have received the spirit orbs, free nature from this malice. Show what your power can achieve. Let's put power just in a big asterisk.
You just
Link,
the eyeballs.
you gotta shoot the big goopy eyeballs.
Unless you can do it.
Link, there are its weak points.
Link, use the strong ass bow you have.
Link, attack the weak point for massive damage.
And use your regular arrows, not your fire ones. There you go. You got this.
Oh, is it moving? Oh, no.
It always does.
Ah!
We have done this before.
You've done this before. I was actually not here when you did this last.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like, oh, by the way, I freed a dragon. I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah, well.
Come on, let me fly. There we go. No.
We are not high enough level for this.
Whoop.
Oh, almost. You're a little
No,
low.
I am nowhere near high enough to...
Have you considered climbing the rocks?
Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, that dragon's just gonna fly around over there.
Yeah, I think you're a little too far away.
I guess it's just in a little bit of a holding pattern. Alright. I'm gonna layer some dramatic
This is
music
your
on this.
dragon captain speaking. We're just gonna circle right now while we wait for a gate to open up.
You're gonna circle while we wait for a small Twinkie elf to come fight us.
That is the way of the world.
De-icing.
De-ganning.
Yes, our flight's gonna be delayed because we got some evil, malicious goop on the outside of the plane. Just gonna get that off
It's
real
not
quick.
that big of a deal. You know, we all got that way. That's not
We're gonna
Don't
go
worry
get
about
sprayed down. Just sit tight.
Unfortunately, we are 5th in line for takeoff.
Well, we climb all these rocks.
Oh,
these
God.
These are big rocks. There you go. Aim. Fire.
Eh, damn it.
You need to not move the thing when you fire.
Okay. Alright, dragon. Can I really not, like, jump up? It's so much easier if you let me fly. Ah! Heck.
You got this, Blue.
They did a smart move giving this Ganon like a red and purple color scheme,
Yeah.
which really doesn't look very good. It's just like, it gets across that, yeah, that looks kind of nasty and wrong.
Yeah, you don't even need to know who's
Because they're too close.
corrupted the dragon,
Yeah.
but you're like, ooh, this is bad. This
Yeah.
is bad thing.
Yeah, that doesn't look healthy. Those look pretty nasty, actually.
Ow, nuts.
Would you say that that is
There, you
good
got a
game
little-
design?
Yeah.
This is good game design!
Everyone in the chat who is playing the drinking game along with that, that's going to be a drink for good game design there.
Wait, there's a drinking game?
Oh, no, but I'm sure we could write one.
Anyone who's on the east coast of the U.S., it is 1:40, but that's okay. You can still play along.
Yeah, but we're quarantined, so it's fine.
So, aim for where the eye's gonna be. You're not gonna have enough arrows for this.
There we go.
I think there's one more, right?
Yeah.
And you have, what, 2 shots?
I've got other arrows too.
Oh, there's a couple on its face. It did not like that.
Did not like that.
A little bit.
The eye
No.
wasn't open though, so we'll see if I can have better luck next time. Is this gonna come back to me? Because I can't shoot this thing from here. Heck!
You're gonna have to go over there. It's going down. It's yellow timber. Lots of blood smoke. Up in the air. It's a shame you can't just craft arrows on the fly in this game.
I know. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, what?
There you go.
Ah.
Catch the uppercut.
Oh. Ah. Okay, we'll try that again.
Take 2.
Take 2. Take 2. Hey, this is dragon content. We are in it. I was like, why is it not going into slow motion? Oh, because I am dead. I am a dead.
That's going to be another drink for anyone playing along at home.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Discord thing in here?
Nah, you're good. following me on Twitter. Thank you for people following me on Twitter. Why are you here? What do you want? Is there something I can inform you about? There's almost 800 of you. What would you like?
Cyan's Twitter is not where it's at. Cyan's food Instagram is where it's at.
I am on Instagram. You can follow my Instagram, but first you have to find my Instagram, so...
That's the challenge.
It's on my Twitter, so if you can find my Twitter, you can probably find my Instagram. You'd have to scroll back through my 7 posts.
Whosoever finds Cyan's food Instagram, be they worthy, shall see the delicious food that Cyan makes. Or should I say, makes.
Well, yes. You also sometimes help.
I sometimes help.
Yes, Blue does sometimes help with the foods.
No,
you can't. You just need to go down. You just need to follow it. You can get 1 shot per place.
Oh, is that how this goes?
I'm pretty sure.
Curses. Hey-ya!
It's a scavenger hunt. Find the Twitter, find the Instagram. And for those wondering why my Instagram is all food, well, you see, I make a lot of food. And I don't take a lot of pictures of myself. So, it's most of the pictures I have. That. Look. And then you might be able to get the last one. If it's still open.
Nah, it's closed. Curses.
Yeah. So follow the dragon.
Have to layer over some, like, Shadow of the Colossus music or some nonsense.
Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. I don't know what Shadow of the Colossus music
That
sounds
is
like, I'm sorry.
Oh, so cool. Yeah.
So good.
Gotta rewatch the Grump Shadow of the Colossus playthrough.
Oh, dude, it's so funny.
I've got to rewatch our Shadow of the Colossus playthrough because that was just hilarious.
Yeah, good stuff. Shadow of the Colossus is such a serious game, but it lends itself to such funny playthroughs.
Oh, because it's all like gameplay and story through like physical interaction and you know like movement and stuff, which is basically just one step off of really good slapstick comedy. So
I would just like to shout out to the Squink and Serene Dancer 14. You completed the scavenger hunt. Good job.
there we go.
There you go.
Smells like updog in here. Like updraft instead of updog. There we go. Take
Dragon.
that, fell beast.
You did it!
Yes,
Look at
smells like
that
up dragon.
dragon! Look at that happy dragon! It only took an hour and 15 minutes!
Woo!
Yeah, look at
Dragon
that boy.
rush!
Get a load of that
Dragon
boy.
rush! Dragon rush! Woo!
Oh,
Dragon
and
rush
G.
at
Hayes also found it.
Look at that season 2 redesign for that good dragon.
Oh, yeah. This dragon's had a time
Oh,
skip
he
and a training montage, and now he's back at full power.
Someone play Show Yourself from Frozen 2 so we can match the costume changes.
Show yourself!
Right.
I don't think we have the rights for that song.
We
want to
super
get a
don't.
Copyright strike on your stream. Lose your arrow through the body of Nadra to free the spirit. Okay, so just shoot it.
It's very polite of the goddess to say, shoot this son of a bitch in the face.
This is where Link with a gun would come in.
Link, the hero of time, pulls out a fucking Glock.
Link, use your Glock.
Sparkles. Oh,
Whee!
you can pick that up. That's the scale.
Nice.
So now you offer that there. And you get fancy things. Several people have now completed the scavenger hunt. Thank you, friends. You do not need to follow my Instagram.
Is that what you want, goddess lady?
No, remember you had trouble with this last time.
Ah, there we go. Da-da-da-da. Oh, is there a shrine back here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's a blessing.
Oh, yeah, it's probably a blessing. We can actually. Do we want to? Okay, never mind. I just realized that our stream is slightly zoomed in.
Okay.
Weirdly.
Do we want to unzoom it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
There you go.
it looks okay.
There we go. Cool.
Woo.
Neato.
Didn't even know that was possible.
That was fun.
How's
One
everyone's
dragon
Wednesday?
down.
Everyone having a good Wednesday?
Oh yeah.
Everyone still
Oh,
know what
you
day of the
know
week
it.
it is?
It's important
Absolutely
to maintain
not.
a routine, even when things are
I
weird.
propose that we create new days of the week. You know, like since we're in quarantine, let's make up different names for all the days. You know, like what? There's no rules here.
All right. So
We control
is
time
everyone
now.
having a good Odin's Day? How's everyone's Odin's Day being?
Ha. Oh, I believe the Mayan calendar took 360 days of the year and evenly divided them up in the calendar. And then the remaining 5 days were just used for like an end of the year festival that just went on for ages.
I love that concept.
And
I
I
think
think that-
like one of the
Excellent.
earlier Greek calendars did something similar, where it's like we have these just kind of like
Bonus
loose
days.
days that we don't really know what to do with. I love that concept of just like, hey, party days. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, because it's like, listen, 365 is annoying to divide.
Yeah.
You know what isn't? 360. It's divisible by so many things.
It's a circle. If you do
Yep.
degrees, if you do radians, well, sorry.
Yeah. It's rough, buddy, but...
My calendar has 2
And then you
pi
have 5
months.
days of partying.
Enjoy your
Yeah.
6 months.
Ah, yes, this spirit orb, or as I like to call them, sporbs.
Orbs.
Happy
Okay,
Forbes Day.
guys, 2 dragons down with a
Yay.
bonus dragon horse. We're in it.
We're in it for the long run.
Yeah.
But the run should hopefully be shorter now that we don't have one more dragon.
I still think we should try and deck Ganon after we get this last dragon.
We will
Just see
fail,
what happens.
I'm
but
with Red on
I,
this
I
one.
say we should
Just for
try
shits and
it.
giggles.
Let's
if we
say
can even get
Yeah.
it.
if we get to 3,500, we'll go deck Ganon after we go beat the crap out of Dinrail.
Are we
Yeah.
We will add, let's add the asterisk
We're gonna
of
shoot him once.
attempt to deck Ganon.
Yes, no, attempt to deck Ganon. I suppose we could open up the other save, though.
Well, yeah, but we're really OP in that save.
We do have one
Yeah,
save.
it's more
where-
fun if you're trying to do it.
Comes from how incapable of most things we are. It'll be fine.
That's Mount Doom. I think we want to go like up there. All right,
I don't think it's called
really
Mount Doom in
heckin'
this
far
one.
away. Death Mountain. Close.
I've also been finishing up Lord of the Rings again, so we are.
Oh.
Yeah, I just got to the. Well, spoilers. Sorry, anyone who has not yet been spoiled, but you know they just burned up the ring, so now we're all in like the postscript. That is the rest of the book. So
Mm.
we're at the part right now where they're like, oh, maybe we should go home to the Shire. Everyone's like, oh yeah, we've hung out here, we've celebrated for a bit. Should we maybe go home now? Huh? You know, as you do.
I'm still mad to drop the scouring. I mean, it just feels like such an important part, you know? Like, because the whole thing with the Shire was like, we're safe and comfortable, we're home. So you have to, you know, oh, there's bad stuff happening out there, but it doesn't really affect us. And when they come back, it's like, sorry, that was never true.
Yeah.
And the movie Leaving the Shire Untouched kind of makes it seem like, oh yeah, they could have just stayed home and it would have been fine. But, you know,
No.
Tolkien was very affected by, you know, world wars and such. So important that it be clear that, sorry, your peaceful, idyllic homeland is no safer than you out there on the field.
But hey, you saved the world.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh. Uh-oh. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay.
Uh-oh.
We're
Oh,
okay. We're okay.
it's
We're
okay. You have
We're
that
okay.
hack. You know?
whistle hack?
You do the weapon, John.
Oh yeah, the yeet cancel. Yeah, that's right.
There's a shrine like right over there, I think. If you
Correct.
want to get a fast travel point.
That's a good idea. You know what?
You might want to save.
Well, I'm gonna save.
Now that we've done this dragon.
I'm gonna save because even though
This
I am
whole
incredible at Breath of the
stream-
Wild and don't need the help, I will be diligent and take the save anyway.
I want to see someone do an autosave only speedrun. I'm sure someone has. Just like you never actually save, you just hope that the autosave has your back.
No, I've seen the speed run or a run which is it's no pauses, so you can't change weapons, you can't change what like charm, whatever the hell these things are called, powers. It's just
you just gotta go.
You just gotta go. So you can't save the game, so you have to just turn off the console at an autosave because you're not allowed to pause.
Okay. Look at these lovely fields. Too bad we're going to a big fiery mountain. Hey, maybe you don't do that. You're not that strong and we don't have climbing gear. You can't just jump up things.
I mean, you could try.
I mean, he is.
Counterpoint, what if I did?
I mean, you can certainly try.
I'm just gonna roll a 1
Roll
on my
credit.
not dying of exhaustion check.
Constitution check.
Yeah, you know, the thing I made my dump stat.
Oh, I forgot you did that.
The
Yeah.
dump stat for a paladin should always be Constitution, clearly.
I mean, I
when
act
am I,
like
a frontline
intelligence is
fighter,
my
ever
dump
gonna need
stat,
I-
but...
No,
Huh.
not intelligence, just wisdom.
Ah, okay.
You're very intelligent.
Yeah.
How else would you have banged the teacher?
That was a charisma throw.
That's how that works.
What the? Oh, spiky.
Yeah,
Heck.
we've done this one before, remember?
I forgot.
You have to climb up on the thing,
Yeah.
go into the thing. Also, you're probably gonna die, but that's okay.
Ooh. See those frames chugging.
You can theoretically actually go around the spikes. There is technically a way.
Oh.
You have to drop something.
I'm gonna drop this crap spear.
Oh, that's your Zora spear.
No, it wasn't.
Oh no, it's the fishing harpoon.
Yeah.
I was like, don't drop the Zora spear. We like the Zora spear.
Just because it's fishy means it has to be Zora related?
Well-
I mean, we did either have a Zora spear or we died from their Zora spear, which I think is more like.
Yeah, the Zora spear. We have it right
There
here.
you
Yeah.
I didn't realize we were quite so spear heavy.
Yeah, it's a spearsy kind of run.
Recomag. Recomag?
I don't know. I never know how any of these things are supposed to be pronounced, so I just give them a really thick, like, Brooklyn.
Recomaga with you.
Yeah, like that.
Is that Brooklyn?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was
Hey.
something. We're making great time. We're on our way to the second dragon of the stream in only an hour and a half. Guys, we're killing it.
Well, it's because we didn't have to do
Hit the point in the
deal with
road
it
trip
this
where we're
time.
far enough away from civilization that we're not hitting traffic, but oh, just you wait.
Yeah.
Yep. What is this?
5 flames.
Oh, yeah, okay. You don't have wood, do you? Ah, heck.
No.
That makes this one a lot more difficult.
I have fire that I can shoot.
Yeah. The problem is you need to try to light all the torches on fire. All 5 of them. And it's a lot easier if you can just shoot them all with fire arrows.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, no, you can't just face it. You need to turn it.
Oh.
Go back to the front of the block.
Aha.
It is theoretically possible to do without fire arrows. The fire arrows are just
I do have
easier way. 2.
2.
Yeah, and there's 5 flames.
Right.
So you can shoot the last flame that's like really hard to get. But you're gonna have to get the first couple. So No, you just hit it. You just hit it.
Oh.
It's not that complex. It's just not that deep, fam. It's just not.
Let's give us something a little more swingy here. Damn it. I can't actually hit these.
Jump.
There we go. Oh, did I just put that out?
Mm-hmm, because there's also one that's water.
Ah.
Yes.
There we go.
Alrighty.
Everyone's like, arrows! I'm like, yeah, no. We don't get arrows.
We can try.
Or also some people sassing your unsorted inventory.
Oh, well. Yeah.
I'm sorry, do dragons sort their inventory? The answer is no.
Maybe.
No.
Oh.
Pretty sure they don't anyway. I don't know. Dragons, sound off in the comments. Do you sort your inventory?
Reminds me. Who wants to sass talk the Hobbit movies?
Oh boy.
Please.
Yeah.
It's a one book. It would have made a
man.
great one movie. Yet.
Yeah.
That is not what we
Yes.
got. We
It
got
would have been so
three.
good if they were.
It's fine.
No.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's not fine.
It would have been so great if Del Toro directed
It
it.
illustrates a lot of the reasons that
No, it's
I
not.
feel like I have beef with multiple part movies, because you need to have a story that justifies having multiple parts, and if you can tell your story in one movie, then you just need to get better at editing your screenplay at that point, dude. Cut down your content.
Okay.
Yes!
Yeah, there you go.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
I don't know why you guys ever doubted me. I mean, I do know why, but...
You were trying to, like, stasis the prick.
And now we can get more stamina.
Woo.
Woot! Let's get that stamina, boys! Also, thank you, random people who now follow me on Instagram. Ah! Holistic Reader sent me a message saying scavenger hunt complete. You're adorable.
Cute.
Aww.
Thank you, everybody who's been saying nice things in the comments of our tweet announcement for our engagement. I asked Red to draw up a cute little chibi art of it.
Apparently with, like, 1 day's notice.
Yeah, the night before.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that night he was like, "Hey, no rush or anything, but
Apparently he
show me
also...
to
Because I
get
didn't-
I was like, "Oh yeah."
I didn't know for sure that I was gonna do it yesterday, but I was thinking about it, and then
like-
Red, when you drew it immediately, I'm like, okay, well, I guess we're good to go now.
To be fair, you could have, like, asked Red
well,
in
okay.
advance.
No, I was thinking about that, but I didn't. Yeah, it didn't really. Yeah.
You also asked, so we had two lovely friends, Green,
Who I'd been planning it with before.
Yes.
which was...
Knew well. Indigo was originally in on the plan, but Indigo.
Yeet.
It's fine.
That lizard's gone.
No,
But I got booted out of my housing, so
Yeah.
we had to instigate Plan B.
Indigo got mildly evicted.
Yes.
So we had to get one
as
of the
many
greens.
have experienced.
As many college
I like the
students.
implication that there's just like a fleet of greens that you can pull from at any point.
Shit.
Like they're all stored in a closet somewhere, and you're just like, all right, we need a green, pull
Yeah.
one out.
Okay, try this again.
Gonna go closer.
Just stay, like, in the small amount of sun.
Yeah.
Ooh.
My phone
You
is
know
also
what you
now
should
sun.
do is you should get all the greens kind of like the Terracotta Warriors and just go full Qin Shi Huang on it.
Okay. Put them underground and
Oh,
leave them there
God.
forever.
You know, they'll come back eventually. Someone will excavate them years down the line.
Oh, look at all these apples. Hell yeah.
I think I remember I had like a National Geographic from when they first started to like really figure
Oh,
out
man.
how many terracotta warriors they were. It was nuts.
They
Oh, I
just
saw
keep
one
finding
those
more
in,
of them.
like,
It's
our
great.
library. I was
Yeah,
like,
they're everywhere. It's like we were digging a well and we found this guy.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's like the excavations going on that site. It's the terracotta warriors and the tomb of Qin Shi Huang are the most famous parts, but there's also, I want to say, it's Qin Shi Huang's either mother or stepmother, aunt, or some important woman in the lineage there. She has a tomb that has this like whole menagerie of just mummified animals, including like extinct species
Wow.
that they more
Wow.
recently uncovered, and it gets like absolutely no press, but it's so cool if you ever have time to hunt through my vague description of what that is.
Yeah,
Check out some articles
there's
on
a
it.
lot of really cool stuff that is being uncovered and yet to be uncovered. I think the next one, the big one, is how to uncover the actual tomb itself without like damaging the structural integrity and stopping the mercury rivers inside there from just fucking going everywhere.
Yes, and it's also an issue of like the tech isn't there, and there's an issue of just like tomb raiding in general is kind of frequent in a lot of Chinese archaeology, to the point. And people are worried that someone actually has already gotten into the tomb and broken it, or when they do open it up, they're not going to be able to contain it in a way that will keep people from raiding it. So there's like this secondary high crime element to it, which is kind of cool.
Cool.
Not that I'm condoning going and being Tomb Raider, but like,
don't
you know.
do the crime, but like, it's neat that there is raiding of tomb in the modern day.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's fun
Honestly,
that there's still
the
stuff from other
evolution of the
cultures we
field
can
of
steal. No, I'm
archaeology-
kidding.
What?
Evolution of the field of archaeology has been really interesting because, you know, it started off and it was like most of those hobbies around that time, it was just a bunch of rich English jackasses going off and doing whatever they wanted.
And Heinrich
And then people
Schliemann.
were like, "Oh, wait, no. You're ruining cool shit. I want to study that cool shit." And then like the next wave was a lot more like, "Okay. Let's be careful about this. Let's not drop bits off of the mummy on the way out. Let's, you know, not shatter these walls on the Okay, let's find new ways." And now it's like the field most interested in, well, not the field most interested, but it's the field where it's like, okay, if the technology isn't there yet, let's let the tombs without cracking it open so we can do it right when the technology does get there.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know, it's definitely learned from those early days of, I mean, I'd put that as archaeology in big ol' air quotes, because it's like, oh, I could just really use another mummy for the sitting room. Let's go raid one of those pyramids down in the sands of Egypt.
Well,
It's
no,
like, God damn it,
then-
leave it alone.
Then you get stuff like, you know, Heinrich Schliemann going over to, you know, to Turkey to go dig up the remains of Troy, and he's like, okay, there's the actual Troy that I care about, which is like 7 layers down. There's a lot of shit between now and there. I'm just gonna blow it up and use heavy construction earth movers to get this junk out of the way. So it's like, let me take these high explosives to a very complex archaeological site. And also, like, a lot of the artifacts that he found are probably forgeries. So this big gold mask of Menelaus that's like on the cover of every fucking, you know, Mycenaean Greek textbook. It looks, if you look at a comparison, it looks suspiciously like Heinrich Schliemann's own face. So, probably fake. Yeah. And a lot of the stuff that he, like, oh, he put his wife in, you know, the pearls of Helen of Troy. It's like, okay, Heinrich. Super narcissistic about it, where it's like, look at me and how great all this stuff that I found is. Like, he really wanted to kind of insert himself into the, like, archaeological, you know, historical timeline there. So that one has not been proved to be a fake, but in my personal opinion, probably is.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, there were the people early on who wanted to study history because they wanted to, like, project themselves into it and like, stake their ego on this cool heritage they were claiming. I mean, you know, Britain being like, yes, we're the spiritual successors to Rome. And it's like, you don't really think very highly of the actual spiritual successors to Rome, my dudes.
Yeah.
But you know, so they end up being like, oh yes, we're going to, oh man, the part that people forget now, because it didn't make any sense even at the time, was, I think it was like Egypt to Greece to Rome to Spain to England or something. They were putting themselves as like the successors to Egyptian culture. It's like, oh buddy, oh
Yeah.
no you're not, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And it was like this big just nationwide ego stroking, like, yes, we want to uncover our heritage, and by our heritage I mean the bits that could make me conceivably look good. And nowadays, you know, the people who are actually interested in this are like, God, I would actually love to you know, be mildly informed about how this really worked.
Yeah.
And so modern archaeology is almost at odds with how it got started, with people being like, I'm going to take the pearls of Helen of Troy and put them on my wife, whose name will not be recorded to history.
Yeah.
Because she's not Helen of Troy.
Yeah. One of our friends just texted us that Schliemann, I think, was also the guy who reconstructed Knossos the way that he thought it should look and the way that he wanted it to look, rather than actually, you know, doing the real archaeology. So I'm not 100% on how this story actually goes, because I don't really know a lot about, like, Minoan and Mycenae in Greece compared to, like, the classical stuff. I think that's also the same guy who started kind of dicking around in the rest of Greece and made some reconstructions to the Temple of Knossos that are not historically accurate at all.
Someone in the chat got it right. For them, they were basically making history fan fiction, and then they were trying to self-insert.
Yes. Correct.
So that's just bang on exactly what it was. They were like, yes, this is my version, where nobody was gay and everyone was white. And also, I was there.
Yeah.
Like, ah!
It's amazing how transparent it is. That's the thing, is like, just looking at it with a clear head for 2 seconds, you're like, oh, I get what horseshit is going on here.
Yeah, drives me nuts. Like, the obvious stupidity is the one that really gets to me. It's like, come on, man!
Heck. On the other side of that, there's some movement on... Oh boy, we found all the monsters
it's
now.
It's nighttime, that's why.
Oh yeah. There's...
Don't go over there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get around this and then climb. The Tomb of Cleopatra probably is currently under excavation in a town just a little bit east of Alexandria, at a site called Taposiris Magna. There's a big temple complex that this archaeologist, a woman whose name I forget that I really should know. If you look up like Cleopatra tomb excavation, you'll find her. She's this lawyer from, I want to say, the Dominican Republic, somewhere in the Caribbean, who just kind of like picked up this Cleopatra story and was like, well, I can do some research on this. And she had an idea and she did some research and everyone's like, oh, what do you know? And then she's like, hey, I found these stairs that go down 40 meters under the ground. And everyone's like, oh. Okay, cool, work on that. We'll stay here for when you have results. So currently under excavation, there's some weirdness with permits in the Egyptian government, but that's probably gonna bear some fruit in like 5 or 10 years, hopefully sooner. But that's really cool.
That's the dream, man. That's so cool.
Yeah, like when you find a staircase that just goes down for 30 meters, and the entire tomb and the entire like palace complex surrounding it has coins with Cleopatra and Mark Antony's face minted on them from exactly the right time period, and clearly has not been touched since about 30 BC. It's like, oh, right.
Oh, chat's telling you to save, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Smart.
Thanks, chat.
Thank you, chat. Keeping us alive, kinda.
Yeah. Why do you guys want me to sing Zelda music so bad? Stop spamming the chat. There's a game playing with Zelda music.
There's a really good video by, I think I talked
Also,
about this
there's
last
no
time.
words in it.
Mark Brown, Game Maker's Toolkit, who has a good video about
music.
analyzing Zelda scores in Breath of the Wild and why it's good, even though people shortchange this soundtrack because they have no taste.
Oh, it's so good.
Soundtrack is so good.
This is good, although the video game soundtrack that has impressed me the most in the last couple days as I've been quarantined playing games is actually Untitled Goose Game. Because something about that discordant piano that just gets more intense the more you run is so satisfying in a way that hit different than every other background score.
And the music, when it's normal, is just like so calm and like it's got a little bit of jazziness to it, but it's not like a whole lot. But then, shit hits the fan as the humans get closer to you. No, that's absolutely correct. Goose Game is underappreciated, excellent soundtrack.
I know we
Oh,
attained
so
world peace the week after Pokemon Go was released, but I feel like we also gotta really, pay some respect to that week after Untitled Goose Game was released, where like, everyone had an outlet for their chaotic energy and was just super real in real life.
Yeah, it's like all of
It's
the joys of
a
Grand Theft
good
Auto.
version of the Purge.
Without any of the auto theft.
Yeah, but it's no crime. It's just committing mischief without actually like really hurting anyone that much. Like you're not killing people on the side of the road. It's like I'm gonna make this kid buy his own glasses back because I'm a psychopath, and it's fine.
It's just mischief energy.
Yes.
Yes. It's big, like, Loki energy.
Fun fact about that name: my old roommate just got a new cat recently, and he was telling me this morning that the cat, which as of until very recently had not been named, sometimes the cat is absolutely adorable. I'm not gonna do this guy's quest. Is absolutely adorable and like calm and cool and just super snuggly and cute. And sometimes he's a mischievous fucker. So they were trying to figure out an accurate name to describe like someone who's charming but also a complete, like troll. So they decided on Loki. And the funny thing is that in Turkish, the word for Turkish delight or delight is lokum. So when the cat is being nice and cute, it's Loki. But when the cat's being a little shithead, it's lokum, and because they are Turkish, so it works perfectly, which I just thought was.
Is it the other way around? Is it lokum when they're being sweet, Loki when they're being mischievous?
Oh yeah, sorry, I got that backwards. No, you're right. You're right.
Oh, so cute. Okay. I just wanted to mention because I've been researching Loki for like months now for this stupid deep dive I want to make. It's creeping up the list. It's coming eventually. I hope it's coming soon. But he's driving me insane, guys. He's so hard to research. We can't even agree on what his name means.
Oh, that's bad.
And then it's like, yes, that's bad. And there's this other factor. Okay, basically, the Viking Age happened at the same time as the Christianization of that region. And there's evidence that it was actually a direct retaliation. Basically, they felt pressured by the like encroachment of Christianity, and they started like going out Viking along rivers and waterways and just spreading like crazy, while the region was also getting Christianized. This is also the first period where we have anything like inscribed on stuff that we still have, because this is when they started making rune stones. Like there were a handful from before then, but the vast majority of them come from the Viking Age and the Christianization Age, and there's like 3 references to Loki from very late runestones, and some of them might not be him, and a lot of them are explicitly post-Christianization, because one of them actually shows it's like part of a stone cross, and it's got an inscription of Loki on it, and it's like, huh, okay. So if you're trying to find pre-Christian Loki, you can't even be 100% sure that pre-Christian Loki existed. Now, there's metatextual reasons to believe. Yes, it's driving me insane. There is metatextual reason to believe that he did pre-exist. Among other things, if he were a Christian import, he wouldn't show up the way he does, because the later Christianization efforts, like the 1800s when they were starting to translate the Eddas and stuff, they're the ones that were like, they add sections that are like, and then the serpent Loki with his deviousness, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that's not original. He's never called a serpent outside of those bits. So that's a later addition. And it's like, if they were making him a Satan allegory, he would when Ask and Embla are first created from the trees, because those are basically the Adam and Eve figures. So if they were making him a Satan figure, he would show up in different places and he would have a different personality. So he probably pre-existed, but it's so hard to find anything about that character. And then after that, he gets turned into this, he's an antagonist, and he's kind of, a bit of a shit in the other stories, but like, the death of Baldur is so much more, nasty than how he normally works. So it's like, is this original? There's even theories that the concept.
Jesus is at the end, right? Or no, it's a different. Who's the god? Who's the god who shows up at the very end?
That's actually the thing. There's in the Edda, they basically say, and then these gods met this guy, and the name they use is like an epithet for Odin, but it's not being used for Odin, and it just means big god.
Ooh.
So yeah.
Wow.
So it's like, how much of this is original? How much of this is a later addition? How much of this was influenced by who was writing it down? What's happening? And where the hell is Loki in all of this? So
I can see why that
Anyway.
is infinitely frustrating. Oh, another stables. Nice. You might have good fortune spinning it out into a broad, like, deep dives Ragnarok, as opposed to Loki in general, because that would give you room to talk about all of it. But again, that's just me, you know, spitballing ideas.
You know, you can
So-
pick up our horse
Yeah, well,
if we had a horse here.
Sorry.
Ha! Yeah. The fundamental problem with that is that the only sources we have are the Eddas, which were written 2 centuries after
Yeah.
Christianization completed, basically. And they were written in Iceland, and they were written by some guy who was basically trying his best to recreate what was already there. So, like,
Yeah.
those are the earliest sources. Everything earlier. And when I say the runestones, by the way, the runestones don't have the myths written down. The runestones are all like, and this is, this stone was raised by this guy in honor of his lady who died in a fire. And then it'll have, like, an inscription of Mjolnir. And sometimes an inscription of also the cross. Like, they started putting... It's just, But yeah, they started putting Mjolnir on everything, and it's possible it was an active pushback against how the monks were kind of putting crosses on everything. It's like, oh yeah, well, we've got a cool T-shaped symbol too. Check it out, bitches!
Yeah.
But again, hard to tell. And, like, there's inscriptions that show fragments of the myth. Like, there's bits where it's like, oh wait, that's a salmon, and that's Odin, so that's probably during the flaying of Loki, and that's an 8-legged horse, so that's probably Sleipnir, and, you know, stuff like that. But on the stone itself, it's just saying some dude did a thing and then he died in this situation or whatever. It's like, just tell me what you're drawing, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
What is that? Weird. All right, let's go. Let's go climb that and find out.
Anyway. Maybe save first though.
Yeah.
Oh look, a Wizrobe. Are we just gonna try to ignore the Wizrobe?
Yes.
You can also use my strategy from the last time we played this, which was climb the highest mountain and jump onto the tower.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think there's a high mountain that you can jump on.
I don't. Yeah. Oh, this is a black tar lake that will kill me. Good to know.
Well, you can climb the highest thing in.
Okay, time to climb the highest mountain.
Yeah.
Woo!
Woo!
Oh, right.
God.
Mud.
It's Monsto Jesus. Are you talking about the game? Or the conversation? I don't know, chat. I don't know. Still have hot chocolate in here?
Perhaps.
Oh, heck yeah.
No, I'm gonna fall.
Yeah,
Nuts.
probably. But I have hot chocolate.
Ours is
Oh man,
supposed to get up.
I don't have any hot chocolate, but I do have a fridge full of whipped cream, and I'm kind of thinking maybe the MO here is to just go
Ooh.
fill a cup with that.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
do you happen, if you have normal chocolate and whipped cream, you can melt them together in the microwave with a little milk, and that makes hot chocolate.
Nope, I only have whipped cream.
Okay. Well, if you only have whipped cream,
I don't
then
think we
yes,
have
you
milk.
should
I'm
eat
pretty
a
sure we
cup
ran out.
full of whipped cream.
Right this second.
Excellent.
Sapphire.
Ooh, nice. We
Nice.
can sell that.
That's like the thing that I put on your ring.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Aww.
Aww. Wow, look at that callback.
Just casually mention. If none of your cooked food is gonna be low, yeah, you have to go back over there.
Yeah, so organically integrated.
Do you want to shoot the thing that keeps throwing rocks at you, maybe?
Shoot him into.
No, that thing.
Cool.
Now you can eat
Problem
all your
solved.
cooked foods. Look at that crystal skull.
No.
Oh look, a
No,
big
climb.
box. Big box.
Big box?
Big box.
Oh. Big metal box.
No, wrong.
Nope.
Pretty sure if you try to
Metal box, show me your secrets.
bring it over your head, put it in this spot.
But anyway, yeah, Ragnarok and Loki, cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so hard to research. And it's also one of those awkward situations where, like, there was a neo-pagan revival in the 70s, and that's all cool, you know, I'm not gonna sass that. It just makes it really hard to, like,
Yes,
just
yeah, you
get
can fly right to
the
spot.
primary sources easily. because there's so much other stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, a lot of the stuff that's in there is not, you know, in the original. So, you know, if I'm looking this up and it's like, yes, Loki, a fire Jotun, and it's like, meh, according to a mistranslation that people really liked because his etymology is uncertain and confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot. And it is very on brand that this is such a pain in the ass to research, but you know, doesn't really make me feel better.
All right. Well, we're getting close. This is the Woodland Tower, and then we can basically go all the way up here to where Dinrail spawns, and then
We're gonna do this.
a little over the 2.5 hour mark, we're gonna get our last dragon.
And then we will. I don't think we have to go fight Ganon.
Famous
We're
last
not
words.
We're not at 35,000.
Yeah,
so
especially
we don't have to go
we're
fight
only
Ganon.
at 31,200, which granted, like we're already at $31,000 raised for feeding America, but I'm not sure that that's fight Ganon money.
I'd love to see them play Pop Tropica. You know, you're not. I might also love to see us play Pop Tropica. Blue, however, is not the biggest fan of Pop Tropica.
The eyes freak me out, and I don't like it.
Oh, and real quick to the person in chat pointing out that I called him a fire Jotun in my edit video, you're absolutely right, but that video came out years ago, and I'm much better at researching now, so, anyway.
We have grown as people.
That's what we call growth.
Yeah.
That's what happens whenever I look at one of my older videos. I'm like, oh, thank God I'm better now. Although, according to some people, only marginally.
Well, it happens.
Aw. Hey, don't be rude to Blue about anything except for his inability to play Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, sass me for my video game skills, not my research qualifications. Look, when it comes to Greece and Rome, I'm good, okay? I was researching to give a little bit of a sneak peek at a video that's coming out in 2.5 weeks. Researching England. I'm like, what the hell is this nonsense? I basically made an executive decision that I'm going to focus as little on kings and royal genealogies as possible.
Probably
because not only does every other video on YouTube talk about that, but it's like a lot of people talk about, oh, here's what the kings were up to, and not a lot about what was actually going on in, like, England. So
the kings were having a party. Everyone else, though.
Part of my lack of experience in English history helps me realize, wait a minute, this is dumb and I don't care about the kings. So I'm gonna talk about everything else instead. It's like, William? Okay, cool. Everybody else? No.
William was my father.
Get out of here.
You can call me Bill. Is there a tree next
English
to you?
history.
A pretty flower tree?
Maybe.
Also, there's rocks there, which you should totally pick up.
Yes, in case there's a Korok.
Or, like, a lizard.
Oh, yeah, sometimes lizards are in there. What are people talking about in the chat?
Oh yeah, let's check it
Someone
out.
said, wait,
Oh,
did
we
you get off
got
the
a little
plateau?
royal
Surprisingly,
greatswords
yes,
up
we
top.
did. Okay. What
Basically just yelling about a sword.
what a splotchy map.
Yeah,
we have
there's a fancy sword on top of the skull.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, really? Okay, let's get
But
it.
first, pick up the rocks. Pick up the rocks.
That hyena can get it.
Pick up the other rock.
Ooh.
I think every single stream I've been on in the last week, that hyena that can get it has come up at some point.
It's one of the best BDG quotes, because it's just so applicable to anything and nothing.
Oh, I know I encounter a lot of
really?
sexy hyenas in my day-to-day.
Ooh.
Oh, Christ.
Drop the almost broken sword.
Yeah. Wait, come on.
Defend yourself. Just click A. You just have to
I want
take
to
it.
do that. I wanted to throw this dramatically off the cliff, but I don't know what fucking button to push.
Just take the frickin' sword. Also, you,
Oh, it's
there
that.
you go. Yep.
There we go. Yeet. I pushed all the buttons except the right one.
Now put
Cool.
that away because you don't need to use that yet. Like hold like a little spear or something. There you go.
Get something small and pathetic to match my my skills as a Zelda player.
Do a quick look around. Do-do-do.
There's the castle. There's where we're not going later.
Do-do-do.
Aw.
There's Mount.
Unless we get 35K.
Unless you get to 35,000.
Yeah, guys, if you want to see us
If you wanna
boss
see
rush
us
Ganon.
die to Ganon.
Alright, if only I had the Zora pants that would let me
Come on,
swim
it's only
upstream.
I
like-
just think
You got that quest line, you just didn't go for it.
Yeah, I know. Wait, sorry, Red and Indigo, you were both saying something at the same time and then stopped.
Oh, well, I was saying it's only $3,900 more, guys.
Yeah.
And then we go punch Ganon in the face with our bare hands.
If I can even get to Ganon, I do not know the strategies for getting to Ganon's keep without
come
having
on.
hella like Rivali's Gale and the swimming up waterfalls nonsense.
You're on the wrong island.
Ow. Well, no, because this should.
No, don't go through the forest.
Nope, we're out.
Okay. Oh look, the little flower tree.
Where?
The pink one. We're right there.
Oh. Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
The Mysterious Woods are a fun but kind of annoying quest line.
Definitely
so
not
pretty.
relevant to the Dragon Rush, Dragon Rush, Dragon
Uh-huh.
Rush.
Dragon Rush.
Dragon Rush,
Disneyland where
Dragon
Mickey
Rush.
pulls out turrets. I don't even
you
know
say
what
on
that's
the
a reference to.
Rush, come along.
Take my spear. Let's all get
Yeah,
this
that's the word.
dragon here.
Yeah.
I only watched one episode of Dragon Tales when I was like 4,
Oh, I watched Dragon
and I
Tales
don't
a
remember
lot.
anything about it.
Oh man.
Well, there's
Oh,
Aura,
man.
he's the
Deep
biggest.
The only
Dragon
episode I-
Tales.
Brave apart. There's Cassie, she's shy but also very smart. And there's Zack and Wheezy, two tails are fun, but you know two heads are better than one.
Wow. That was a deep pull.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
The rest of the theme
The
song.
only-
Science,
oh.
dragons.
The one episode I ever watched had like, I don't know, like the siblings had an argument and like one of them took the magic scale and then the other one couldn't follow them, and I don't know how the episode ended because I was 4 and I had to leave.
That's
Ah.
fair. Max and Emmy, I think, right?
I
I had 3 younger siblings. I watched a lot of Dragon Tales.
used to, I think, when I was little, watch it and then stay to the halfway point where they would do like a song break, and then I had to leave for like kindergarten.
Aw.
But if you asked me to give you the plot of any episode of Dragon Tales, absolutely no way could I do that.
I could not give you the plot, but I could tell you a lot about all the characters. I also watched.
I feel like there's that
watched a lot
sweet
of
spot when you're
Cyber
younger
Chase.
where
Oh,
you-
really? Isn't that what matters?
Don't go in
I'm
there.
not gonna go in
It's like
there.
a
I wish I had a better shield so I could shield surf more. I keep breaking my pot lids and weak, rusty fucking Boko shields. It's okay.
You're just not quite strong enough for this part of the game.
No, no, I'm not. I'm not quite strong enough for any part of the game.
No. I mean, I suppose we could actually do the thing that Impa sent us to do, but
Oh god, no. No.
nah,
Eh,
nah.
meh.
So we're talking a little about Loki, talking a little bit about English history. Wonder what else we can talk about. I've got ooh, there's Divine Beast. Anything else on the horizon or anything that
Do you guys have any like? Do you guys ever have any like topics or video ideas that you would absolutely love to do, but it's just so much? It would involve so much research, or just is such a wide topic that you just don't think it's feasible for the current future. Like something that's just really interesting, but there's not really a good way to make it.
Honestly, like an actual video on the Mahabharata would probably be super interesting, but physically impossible.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean,
It's like the
people spend-
Mahabharata Journey
people
to the
spend their whole
West.
careers
pick
making
one,
show
number
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I mean, Journey to the West is shorter. It's more manageable. I'm basically at the halfway point, which I
Yeah.
know isn't very encouraging considering how long it's taken me to get this far, but at least it's doable.
Yeah, it's nominally
It's like-
feasible.
The Mahabharata is like every single character has something going on.
Yeah.
Usually multiple things. Oh, this character, actually the Reed character, who this other character screwed over, and now they're out for revenge because of that character. And it's like, wait, what's happening? So, You know, it's just a lot. It would be cool,
Oh,
but I
what
don't
the-
think I could ever
Oh,
do it.
no,
And,
I
you
didn't
know,
realize where I was going! Ah!
oh!
Oh, boo.
Not again.
Take me out. Take me out. Yep, we're out. Cool.
You're gonna die though. So.
It's okay.
Oh
Respawn
no.
right
It's better than doing that quest line.
But you're gonna be respawned. Okay, there you go. Don't go in there.
Okay, wow, this is great. So there's the mysterious woods, and then above it, there's the dark other woods.
Yeah, just
Cool, so
stop
we'll just go
going on to
around.
scary looking outlets.
I forgot they were right next to each other. But Impossible Videos, the Mahabharata is definitely, or Mahabharata is definitely up there. For me, there's a lot of modern stuff that I'm just like, okay, no. Where World War I, World War II, like, sure, I can do it, but, everyone else has done it a million times, probably better than I can, because this is not my field of study. One of the videos that, it's not quite impossible, but that I haven't really felt ready to make for a while is, like, a history of the modern world. So, like, okay, World War II has ended. Now what? I think that would be really fun, and I'm hoping to do that a little later this year, but it's a case of, like, there's so many plot lines to juggle in a video like that. Like, you have all of African decolonization, all of, like, East Asian, the communism happening. There's the entire Cold War. There's, like, the foundation of the Eurozone. There's the Iron Curtain. There's, like, all the nonsense going on in North America. Like, South America has stuff going on, too, even though it's not, like, Cold War related. Mildly Cold War related. But that's a video that I think could be really fun to take, like, a huge, like, bird's eye zoom through look at. But the problem is just figuring out how to structure it, because there's so many kind of competing and contrasting narratives happening all at once. That's the move. That it's super useful because a lot of people, like, we hear about World War I, and it's so hard to summarize modern history that most people kind of don't. They say, like, oh, the Cold War, and then that's kind of it. It's like, I don't know what happened to Yugoslavia in 1991. Like, I have an inkling, but, like, I don't really know. But I know there's a whole thing about it. So that's a video that would be really hard to do, but I really want to do. So keep an eye out for that at some point.
Yeah.
Ooh, found him.
Dragon! Dragon!
Brienne?
Ooh, gotta put my spear away, otherwise I got zapped.
Your torch. That's the only weapon.
My torch is the only weapon that I can use.
Take a different bow. There you go.
Oh, there he is.
Normal arrows because you don't have any other arrows. Okay, there you go. Look at that dragon!
Okay, well I guess this is as high as I can go. Ah, beautiful. I don't have the camera.
You do not have the camera.
Ah.
That's the quest line that we're on right now, actually, is the
We
one that
never
gives you
bothered.
the camera.
Oh, it's got such a
We did
boopable
go to the
snoot.
town where you get the camera, yep.
He does have the boob snoot. Look at
Aw.
those
Alright.
eyes.
Let's
Look at him go.
fly over to him and see if we can shoot him to get a scale. I do love the music that
What
plays
could possibly go wrong?
in this little part of the game.
Well, you could light on fire.
I could light on fire. We'll see if I do.
Here?
I need to get closer.
Oh, it's fire time, baby.
Ooh.
Yeah, there goes your scale.
See if I can just shoot him again. Just
You
in
can't.
case.
We've done this before.
I know. I always want to try.
Go follow the scale now.
Goodbye, dragon. Let's see if he just kind of goes up into the air. Yeah, he's going off his course.
You can still
Yes.
see
So
him.
mystical. Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo. Na-na-na, na-na-na. I can't go that high.
I can never tell if we're starting to do the Skyrim Dragon theme or not. We gotta coordinate this.
Oh, I was doing the Windfish ballad, but
Yeah.
Skyrim Dragon is a good option too. Dinrail scale.
Nice. Do you have one of everyone's scales now? Except for
Yes.
nature? Because you already used nature scale. Oh, you can do the rest of the little dragony places. Like, put the scales at the places.
Yeah. Get that dragon yet? Yeah. Missed.
It's going into the black hole of death.
Yeah.
What did you shoot it?
I tried to shoot it. Well, whenever you intercept the dragon, it sends it off on a different course.
Yeah.
It just like, okay, we're out. Goodbye. One time I was camped out here for like 3 in-game days waiting for Dinrail to show up, and he only actually arrived when I like looked around a corner for 1 second and looked back and was like, ah, he's there. So they do indeed spawn when you are not looking. Goodbye, sweet prince.
Hey guys,
Oh, my
guys, we saw the dragon.
We did the dragons! Woo! Uh-oh, blood moon. That's bad.
Oh boy!
Get on the rock. Get on the rock. Get on the rock. Get on the rock.
Open the door, get on the floor, everybody walk the dragon rush. Oh, and here comes Zelda to give us some more tool tips. Fucking Princess Clippy
Nice
up in
work,
here.
Link. Good luck surviving the blood moon again.
You're gonna die probably.
Is it gonna go, or
Link,
is it
remember
just...
to quick save.
Quick save.
Link, remember to speak to Impa before you go to find those dragons. They answer to her.
Link, why did you take so long to get the doublet?
Link. Link. Why do you have no camera? One of these days, we're gonna get this cutscene.
No, this blood moon's just chilling here.
Well, it's
Come
not
on.
midnight yet.
Oh, right, because that's when the skybox gets all red. I wish, the thing that pisses me off about the blood moon is that it rises, and then it plays the cutscene like half an hour before midnight, and then it just goes away. Like, keep the blood moon up. That's fun ambience. Ugh, bad game design.
Ambience?
Ambience?
I
Spooky.
think so.
Ambience? I don't know.
No, no ambience.
Ambience?
That's the skybox
Ambiance.
effect we like. Like, do this for the whole night. This is cool. Ugh. Alright.
And with this blood moon, we have completed the Dragon Quest.
Be on your guard. Ganon's
Dragon
hand.
Rush accomplished.
It rises to its peak under the hour of the blood moon.
Oh man, that is a really pretty skybox effect though.
Yeah.
With all the clouds kind of boiling
Oh,
in place.
yeah.
Yeah, if only they'd left it.
Return to flesh.
We'll see what I'm talking about in
Yeah.
a second when it just goes back to, like, completely fine. And, as we look, it clears and then it's fine. Like, no! That was good! Keep that! So, anyway. Alright, is there anything else we want to do? I don't think we're going to hit that 35 goal to go do the Ganon Rush.
Yeah, probably not.
Oh, there's a Lionel. Want to watch me die?
You want to? Yeah, go fight the Lionel. Equip your good bow, though.
I feel like you should just jump on it because you can ride the Lionels.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, you want to just jump on the Lionel?
Oh man, do
Yeah.
it.
Ready?
He will be our mighty steed.
Steady? No, jump on it. That's not how you jump. And then on your way down, you stun it. So that he can't move. while you're-
They're all telling you, probably safe.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
That's fine.
Just save now.
We've seen the dragons. What have we got to lose?
We've done what we came to do.
Ooh,
Oh, and we're dead.
that was swift.
Didn't last real long.
It lasted about... I got a good couple hits on him.
You did. And you're gonna respawn right in front of him. Congratulations.
Round 2, motherfucker!
There's no way I beat this Lionel. I think we might have... Oh, hello, good sir. Hiya! Run away.
I'll take your best.
You got this.
Oh.
You got this, Bodo.
I'm gonna charge you now. Run.
Do it.
There you go.
Oh! On the
Yeah,
backswing.
baseball.
Now we're gonna play a game called Can I Escape from the Lionel? And then, unless we have anything else to do, I think that might be the stream.
It might be the stream.
Honestly, I was ending early instead of half an hour late.
Yeah, what a shock. This is what
Ooh.
happens when I'm so good at video games that I'm just, like, really good at the Dragon Rush.
What was the final tally thus far? 31,255. Very nice, friends.
What the hell did he just do? Caused an explosion.
Oh no, but you might want to climb that. He's not.
Oh, he has a
he's
bow.
Gonna shoot you.
He has a
Oh,
bow.
shit. I think you're gonna die nonetheless. Oh, nice. Gotta run.
Remember
What
to
if Link's
whistle
right
back.
not sucked in right now and just dropped that $4,000 donation to bring us to 3,500?
Oh, that'd be clutch.
Ooh, that would be funny. If
That
someone
would
dropped
be.
like a $3,000
Feed the
donation and
kids,
finally
Link's
beat
right nut.
Peter.
Dethrone Peter the Great. Alright, well, I think that might make it a stream. We did the Dragon Rush. I don't know why any of you doubted me. It was easy. It was, I will say, easy to do that Dragon Rush. I don't know what any of you guys were talking about.
It only took 5 hours?
Yeah.
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 Any last thoughts, Red, Cyan, Indigo, before we hop on out for this this week of OSP spring break?
I think I'm good. I mean, honestly, like, keep your eyes peeled. We're gonna kind of play things by ear and take some breaks because we're very wiped after streaming for so much. But
Yeah.
you know, we've got a lot of time to burn, and you know, streaming for charity is always, you know, worthy cause and all that. So, you know, stay tuned. There might be more announcements for future similar endeavors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Indigo, Cyan, anything else?
Well, thank you guys all for donating. We really appreciate it. And it was fun to be here. And thank you all for your really kind words. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for all the. Oh gosh, it was like 1.9 thousand when I last looked at our tweet. I have no idea what's gonna be after the stream. Oh jeez. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for coming, and we will catch you in the next stream. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.